Starting the stream. Stream health is unknown. We are live, and apparently it's yellow now. Interesting. Is there a problem with the stream health? That's the question. OBS is good. Alrighty. Hello, everybody. So the stream's actually working. Because right now my YouTube stream page is telling me that the stream health is yellow, which I have no idea what that means. Normally it's only happy, pleasant green, so this is still a bit new to me. So hello everybody. Hi Brandon. Hi Manny. Welcome back to the stream. And today we're going to be doing what we did pretty much yesterday. We're going to be continuing. Hello Sean. Nice to see you. Is the volume okay with everybody? Is everything seeming to be good and fine? Just want to make sure before we get too far into things. Good evening, Mr. AJ Rimmer. Isn't that the name of the guy from Red Dwarf? Hello, Drakus. So we're going to be continuing our ISC stream. Funny thing, when I was going to save this yesterday, I accidentally saved over the Lyran stream. And so, unfortunately, that had to be deleted. But don't worry, the Lyran campaign has concluded successfully. And those episodes will be going up on normal schedule. Now I'm getting some weird stuff on my live page. Are you guys sure the stream is working good? 5 of 5, but the iPhone lags? Okay. So it must just be a weird YouTube thing then. Okay, viewers may be experiencing minor issues according to their little red light, green light thing. Downloading the War Thunder patch. Yeah, I hear that they just recently got naval battles. Buddy of mine is bugging me to download it and update it so that I can get into that. Not quite sure that I want to go through all that grind. Alright, so let's kick back into our ISC campaign. Last time, we unfortunately lost to the awesome torpedo boat, which had basically 5 plasma torpedoes they could fire at one time. It was hilarious and cool. And we're down to a DDX, which not a terrible ship, but it's not exactly what we're looking to go with continuing forward. We really want to get ourselves into something with a PPD. Probably not this ship, although this ship wouldn't be terrible. I want something that has plasmatic pulsar devices because those are just hilariously fun. Unfortunately, they also make the ship super expensive. I'm trying to find one. There's a CAX, but that's a carrier. Oh, no, it's not a carrier. It's just a unknown type of ship. But it's got 2 R-type plasma torpedoes. That might be something to strive for, but that is way off in the distance. So let's just double-check our supplies, make sure that we're mostly topped off with things. Don't want to go out into space without any supplies to actually kill the enemy with. We're going to need spare parts, I assume. Our ships have been getting beaten on just a little bit, so we want to make sure that we're actually carting what we need. And I don't think we have a whole heck of a lot of transporters, so we really don't need a whole bunch of Marines on this one. So, we also last time destroyed the starbase that was up here. We kind of wanted to take it because the Empire defense got so low, and then, well, unfortunately, it threw us on the mission to blow the gosh darn thing up, which was kind of sad. Is this Gorn right here? The Gorn have apparently showed up to be a problem, so we're going to have to take care of that. But we've been trying to capture a planet that's right around in this area, our little incursion, this little disease thing that's going into the Federation. So that's probably what we're going to keep trying to do. We'll blast away into people, try and gain a little bit of prestige as we go, and hopefully get something pretty useful once we finally actually break into enemy territory. A convoy rig could be an interesting thing. We don't really have a ton of weaponry. I think it's what, just 2 G-type plasma torpedoes? Okay, I lied. That's a really terrible ship, actually. Yeah, 2 G-type plasma torpedoes and backing that up with 8 Phaser X's. The Phaser X's give me some hope, but seriously, only 2 Gs is kind of a problem. Especially against the pirate heavy cruiser. Hello. And the freighter off there, which I assume is also part of the aggressor force. Or maybe not. No, he's part of the main convoy. Do we have any friends on this one? No. No, it's just us and a heavy cruiser. So that could be a bit of a problem. Especially because I don't think we have fighters on this. In fact, I know we don't have fighters. It's a bit of a problem. We're going to have to figure out something to do. And one of the somethings I think we're going to do is what we did last time. We're going to streak through, blast him with pseudo-torpedoes, let him make that emergency crash stop in order to launch his Wild Weasel, and then zip into the convoy and see if we can't kill everybody before he actually, you know, catches up to us. That's my plan, and I'm going to rock and roll with it. Unless you guys have objections. I'm more than willing to hear tactics from the chat. After all, last time we also discovered the technique of how to bomb planets with plasma races. Basically, you just, well, you bomb them and use erratic maneuvers in between all the bombings. It's actually quite useful. Wow, you're a pretty terrible ship, actually. I assume that you will avoid and we'll just streak on by. There's the crash stop. Holy crap, his phasers just went right through me. We no longer have a forward starboard shield, so let's just try and keep that away from the enemy. But we do need to get in amongst these guys. How much shield power do I currently have? We're looking at 7 points, so let's sap that for power, because we need to get up in front of the enemy. Oh, we have 1.5 points of energy extra. Excellent. Hi. Electronic countermeasures go up by 1. So I only have 0.5 points of energy in that forward shield, but that should be good enough. Unfortunately, none of these are like really light freighters. They're all armored stuff, which is going to be a bit of a problem. So we're going to go for the one at the front of the line, because he'll be the one that'll get away the fastest low out. And we'll just try and bomb him. Unfortunately, we don't have any more pseudo-torpedoes to drag him down, but we do have a really nice phaser armament. Let's make sure we overload that. Welcome to the stream, Josh. You're not all that late. We only started about 5 minutes ago, and some of that was just us talking about other things that weren't important. Mainly what happened last time. Oh, love these backgrounds. So we're going to come up on this SLV. Oh, it's a slaver. It's a pretty heavily equipped slaver, too. He's got 2 fusion cannons. So we're going to go in phasers only. And then back it up immediately with a plasma torpedo barrage. And I was really hoping that would make it through, but it didn't. Captain was on his button right away right there. He was really looking to avoid that, and he did. So as much as we've cut through his rear shields and his rear port side shields, he's not dead. And that was the plan. Phasers are fully equipped and ready to go. I swear, there's something about Phaser X's that make them charge at double rate. So we're just going to come in here and blow him up. Hopefully. Let's try. We do have that heavy cruiser coming in on me, which really kind of sucks, because I don't want to have to fight him, because he's, well, kind of scary. Please avoid that shield. I need that shield intact. Okay, good. So we'll just come with an Ranger. That hurt you even more. You're not having a good day, are you? Starting to get attacked from behind. I'm going to drop a mine there in front of his mine, because I think there might be someone who's sort of coming up on us. More phasers? There we go. First of the slavers is down. We could have tried to save the people on the ship, but hey, we're not that good. That'd be a Federation thing to do. Where are you? Off in the corner of the convoy. Where are you? Oh, you are just on a path to avoid both of these mines. Well, I'm going to actually have to come around this way, mainly because I have a downed shield. Let's patch the engines. We need to kind of stay at full power this whole match. Otherwise, well, Mr. Double Raider over here is going to kill us. We kind of need a little bit of a new model for the Double Raider. Because right now it's literally just one of the light cruiser models slightly moved up and back and pasted on top. Which is an interesting design, but the problems in it are, well, easily identifiable and should probably be resolved sometime soon. Now, one thing we know we can do, and this I was only able to do this once in an early campaign. If you drop a mine, can you stop hitting me? I'm trying to go past and kill your charges. Just constantly getting through my shields. I'm not happy about it at all. More phaser fire. There we go. Okay, let's break off a bit. So if you manage to perfectly drop a mine in front of a ship, they will have to turn immediately to pull away. And when they do that, they will go in their turning circle to try and avoid it, and by the time they get back on their main path, they're still in front of the mine. So they'll go in another 360-degree turn to get around it. I've only managed to get that happen once, but it was absolutely hilarious. Should I bother with you? Actually, no, what I came in here was to do this. Phasers, take care of that, please. Thank you. The problem with trying to take out the enemy using Marines is we only have 2 transporters, and they have, well, more than that. Also, he is fairly well armed. Seriously. I'm gonna nail him with that, and I need to pull around to give him my port side to dump a plasma torpedo in his face. And will you stop? You're not even doing a lot of damage. Well, okay, you're probably going to be doing a lot of damage. It's steadily built up. Hello, Laurendell. Welcome to the stream. We have pretty much just started, so yeah. There we go. Another freighter down. Got to keep on moving. Another slaver to chase down. We could go after him. I'm really tempted to do it. Shut off my tracker beams. I need that power. Get away from me. Seriously. He's pretty scary. I only need to kill 3 slavers, and I might just do that and buzz off, because frankly, I can't take this kind of damage. I just have a single plasma torpedo ready to go. These guys are just, they are nightmares to me. Nightmares and demons. You got caught off in a well-off direction, so I'm going to try and see if I can't take advantage of a couple of things. We just don't have a whole heck of a lot going for this ship. I really, really wish that I had that plasma torpedo destroyer, because that was an awesome, awesome ship. Put him up. Can I slow him down enough so I don't get hit by this mine? I don't think so. Nope. Oh, but I blew him up with his own mine. Okay. I'm down with that. I am, of course, however, missing an entire half of my ship. So let's try and turn around to this guy so I can present at least some shield to him. Also, he's kind of damaged, so I may have an opportunity to come back in on him as we try to escape. The key, of course, to this is going to be the escape, which I'm quite worried about us pulling off. We have a lot of spare parts, though, so I'm going to try and rely on them. That's okay. You can blow up one of my plasma eyes. I'll deal with that. I'm may actually have a good angle with which to engage him from using my active plasma torpedo eye. So give me a good angle. Come on, I just need to pull slightly to the side, and there it goes. And please don't wild weasel this. Please let it hit you. And you did. Excellent. And now we'll streak in here. Oh, crap. We lost a phaser. And not deal enough damage to kill you. Marines? No. 6 is not going to do it. So we need to pull on through here. We have no more armor, so all our hits are actually causing pretty bad damage. And we are actually recovering shields pretty good, actually. That's not terrible. Let's buff these shields. Not these shields, but these shields. And I'm actually going to shut off the plasma torpedoes, just offline. Give me all that power for other things. We're going to rely entirely on our phasers for this one, because, frankly, we're never going to get these plasma torpedoes charged. I'm willing to use them as sort of like crit bait, because they will soak up crit shots for me, but, seriously, I'm never going to get them. Oh, I think I did damage to you on that one. It's always enjoyable. He's still blitzing through me with his phaser X's. Suicide shuttles when running past the freighters, perhaps? They're super slow and they'll take me a while to charge, but actually, you know what? We're gonna do that. I don't really have the power. Who cares? We'll go for a conversion on a single suicide shuttle. It can't hurt. Are you the suicide? Okay. So it'll take a mine and I think a point of power. I don't think the other slaver will actually be able to do it in time. So that might work out pretty good, actually. So we're definitely gonna give that a shot. I mean, we have nothing to lose by trying it. Can you stop shooting me? Seriously. Well, at least you hit the shield that I had. And then you got through the shield. Keep preparing. This ship is basically flying through this entire battle on bubblegum and gaffer tape. So yeah, we're going to try a suicide shuttle. It's not going to be ready to kill him in time. I don't think anyway, but it should be ready for the other slaver. There we go. Unfortunately, we're going to run into this now. Ow. So much pain. This one needs to be at the top of the queue. I don't know which one is out, but give me this one back. Now we run. Do I have my starboard side shield being... I do. Excellent. So patch that. Fix that. More phasers, please, guys. I need them all. Okay, that phaser... That's gone. That's very much gone. Oh, good. He's pulling away. Alright, do I have the shuttle ready yet? About to be. So let's pull in right behind him and punch through his shields. Alright, our shuttle's ready. Now, these shuttles travel at a rate of 5, so I'm going to have to get in front of them and dump it. Now, it does 25 damage. We found that out by reading the instructions the other day, because it helps when you read the instructions. Let it off in its path. Yeah, it's definitely... It'll never catch it if we try and lay it behind it, but if we get in front of him, it'll smash right on into him. I can't work this fast, Captain. Something damage. Well, you're going to have to work harder, because we're going to take a lot more damage. And shuttle away. Alright, so he wasted his fire into me, so this is going to go right on into him. And he didn't dodge it. Alright, so he's a burning wreck. We're also kind of a burning wreck, but we're working on it. Keep patching engines. All the engines, all the time. Most important thing on this ship at this point. So, excellent suggestion with the suicide shuttle. That definitely helped. We're going to have to do that again. Because that worked phenomenally. I mean, this ship is not exactly what I'd consider a fantastic boat for this kind of, like, convoy assault work. But with that, we've got 2 shots that'll pretty much cripple any ship we shoot at. I got him. Alright. Put the pedal to the metal. We are gone. Only yellow alert. And let's go. And as long as we're running, eat this. Break off. Leave us alone. I don't want to deal with you. I'm also going to go maximum power to electronic countermeasures. This is the only thing that matters at this point. And as long as we're here, we're going to patch up everything. Because that way it'll be fully fixed by the time we actually, get to the next mission. It's a mine and a shuttle. Not sure on the cast of that. Wait, what? I'm not quite sure I understand. But yeah, we're kind of we're going to get away from him. He hasn't even started fully accelerating. Do I have a rear shield yet? Because I do. Okay, good. Any additional power that we don't still have, put in that rear shield. And we should be able to get out of here. So we are gone now. Goodbye, little double raider. You did a terrible job. He barely used his missiles at all. Maybe because I was just traveling too quickly. I think he only fired like twice. Yes, it was. The suicide shuttle was great. I'm super happy about that. So, that was Rimmer who suggested that, right? Yeah. So, good job. I think we have a new tactical officer. So, we have recently learned in the streams that 1, suicide shuttles are fantastic for fighting convoys, and that evasive maneuvers will defend you against planets. So, yeah. And now we're going to escape from him, unless increases speed of time, because I don't think he's going to catch us. Yeah, he seems to have maxed out at 24. He may have damaged his engine a little bit too much trying to fight us. And there's the edge. So a successful little raid. I don't think it's going to pay us too much, but hey, every little bit helps. Oh, desperately helps. Unfortunately for us, we are no longer in our fantastic... Oh, I loved that. I kind of want to call it a PT boat, because that's what it reminds me of, because it's got a whole bunch of torpedoes on it. And it had 5 of them, and it was amazing, and I miss it. I miss it dearly. Let's go with a scanning mission. Oh, wait, no, I never do scan missions. Why don't I ever do scanning missions? This is going to be big and long, and we'll have time to chat, I guess. So, scan the planet in this sector, and then leave. Maximum alert, and let's increase the speed to whatever this boat can manage, which is less than, I think, we had like 17 in the last ship. Oh, you want to be a helmsman? Okay, we can work with that one. Absolutely. So, no enemies on scope, but it is behind the enemy planet, which is armed, but as long as we stay outside of our range of 3, we'll be perfectly fine. There he is. It's a single freighter. Perfect. We're going to go kill him. We'll get extra prestige for it. Fix that as long as we're here. There's nothing damaged on the engine, which is good. I'm not going to prepare a suicide shuttle. I don't think we need it. Also, because we only have 1 shuttle. And I kind of want the mines just in case, because mines help you run. How many mines do I have left? 3. Mines are the most underrated piece of equipment that I ever got in this game. See, the thing was, I used to always think that mines were completely pointless, so I would never stock up on them. And then I started playing in missions where the enemy was trying to kill me quite badly. I was like, oh, these are the greatest things ever, because the enemy will run from them. Then we're going to rush in, kill this freighter, turn back to the planet, scan him, and be done. Please tell me he doesn't have plasma torpedoes. He does have plasma torpedoes. Of course he does. This will not be ready in time, but I have longer range plasma torpedoes than you. And I don't think you will emergency crash stop for a single plasma. Could be wrong, but I don't think you will. No, we're going to keep it maximum speed. I'm going to dump this plasma torpedo on you, because you don't seem to care. Oh, 20 damage right to the face. We're just going to burn out his plasma torpedo as we fly away. Then we'll come in with our 8 phasers and hopefully kill him. Oh, we're about to have another plasma torpedo ready. Excellent. We do need to get closer. I think I'm getting close to an asteroid? No, I guess not. I started seeing dust particles, or at least I thought they were dust particles, but apparently not. Another plasma torpedo right towards him. He is actually going quite fast, so that's not a great shot. But if we get within a range of 5, we can follow up with phasers to hopefully slow him down. It did not slow him down. Beaming mines at full speed. Not a bad strategy, if I'm completely honest about it. Oh, phasers, of course, need to be overloaded. And so that took it on the rear shields. Got the inside straight, but I'm about to have 8 phasers right in your face. 3, 2, 1, fire. Gotcha. Alright, so on to the planet. I think we may as well stay at red alert. We have the wild weasel we didn't need now. So now we're going to head to the planet, we'll scan it real quick, and then we'll be done. Yellow alert. Whoops, wrong one. This one. We get within range of 10 and we'll just hover around it. The probe tells us that it, of course, has 8 phaser 3s, which could be an interesting amount of firepower. Shouldn't be too dangerous, though, so long as we stay outside of range. Although it is an allied planet, so it's not going to shoot at us, which is nice. Now we're just going to zip in and hopefully, well, not crash into the planet. That would be bad. Or maybe not. This is not exactly the greatest destroyer that we've ever piloted, so its loss would not be horrendous. Although it is quite quick at the helm, in terms of, like, reducing speed. Speaking of which, I'm going to mouse over the crash stop, just in case, because I don't feel like smashing into the planet. So once we get within a range of 10, yep, there goes the beginning scan, and we can just slow down. Parking orbit, please. Thank you. Alright, finish scanning the planet, please. We want to be done. And we have the planetary data. Excellent. And the mission is not complete, so we must fly away. So we're going to go, sciences, you may stop scanning. Oh no, there is a mission complete. Excellent. So we've destroyed the enemy, and then we also scanned the planet. Hopefully that'll pay us out quite well. I would very much like to get a lot of prestige. We did not get a lot of prestige. But we increased the sovereignty of the area. That'll help. 107 worth of damage. If I were to sell this, I would get 310. So is there like a 100 cost ship here right now? I don't think they are, but it's never hurts to look. No. No, if we sold our ship, we would be losing money on that. So what can we get for 2,400? What happens if you capture the planet before scanning it? It's allied, so it's already on your team. Should you fly? You should fly a Constitution class in Kerbal Space Program on stream. I love Kerbal Space Program. My computer does not. I have tried many things to make it work well, and it always just kind of chugs on me once I started getting into really big ships, which I happen to be a fan of big ships, and I cannot lie. So we're going to need to do at least one more mission, so we may as well repair that. I'm not gonna bother with spare parts, hopefully. Cross your fingers and hope we don't die. What mission do we got here? Ambusher. So, hey, this might work out. Doesn't pay out great, but if we get a good operation where it's us with a whole bunch of friends against something small, every little bit helps. Maximum alert, it is a single frigate, and it is actually a carrier. Oh god. So you are a BPV or BFV? You're a DWV. Oh, so you're technically a destroyer. Not a very big destroyer, but you are one. And then our friend is off in the distance, the Purview. Holy crap. Oh, the Purview is our destroyer. See, it's got this full, the 4 plasma torpedoes, 2 shoot forward, 2 shoot back, and the eye, which shoots to the side. So you combine all of them together and you get 5 plasma torpedoes in one assault. It's awesome. Ah, I miss that ship so much. Okay, so these are Hawks and they are dangerous. So we're going to start kicking up the speed here. We're also going to go into electronic countermeasures. Give me 2. Give me a forward shield reinforcement because I'm going to be fighting Hawks. Only Hawks until the Hawks are dead. Because Hawks are terrifying. They're not, okay. But they could be. It's entirely possible that a Hawk will be something that will absolutely ruin your day. So we'll fire into everything, pass on through, and they are just too maneuverable to run right into the mine. That was the hope, but it did not happen. We'll pick up some speed, because how much are you dealing? Oh, you're not terrible at all. You're 2 photon torpedoes and 1 missile. So this is actually a guided weapons destroyer, except it took out one of the missile launchers in order to cram in a fighter bay for 4 fighters. That's not terrible at all. I quite like that alignment. We would have killed them all if I had set the phasers to overload. I keep forgetting to do that, and I'm not sure why. Do I want to? We kind of have to. USS London, let's see if I can't blitz out your shields. I took out one of them, and we badly damaged the other. So we have maybe a turn until his fighters come back. Sucks, but hey. Wish I had more phasers to deal with that, although the phasers do charge really quickly on this ship. X-type phasers. I know I've said that before, but I'm going to keep saying that, because X-type phasers are awesome. And now he started to engage the Purview, which I would not necessarily try and do, because the Purview will do that to you. Although you will, of course, block it. Plasma G's is just taking forever to charge, because we still need all that energy for our phasers. Really, I just do not like the power curve on this ship. It's pretty terrible. So we'll open him up, drop a mine right on his face, let 2 more plasma torpedoes go in on him, and now he's going to have a great day. Just a fabulous day. I think the mine might kill him. Oh, not quite. Phasers might do it, though. Is that an active? Yeah, I think we've got the London. There he goes. Purview taking him out for us. So I don't think we're going to get much for an ambusher mission. It generally doesn't like to pay you out much for obvious reasons. It's like, here, have a fight that's half difficulty. Although sometimes the ambush mission can be crazy. 150 prestige. Is that enough, actually? Or did I spend too much? Because there was a 2,400 and something I think it's 2,468, isn't it? It's not even there anymore. Huh. That's a shame. Well, there's a CFV we could go for. It's 2 R-type plasma torpedoes and 8 fighters. I want PPDs. That's why we're playing this, because we want to fly with PPDs. This is kind of what we want, actually. We want a CCXP. Flagship cruiser. No fighters on board, which is kind of a shame because the torts were really nice. But 2 plasma Rs, and that's 50 damage apiece. You can't argue with that. 6 plasma Is, which I think is only 2 additional plasma torpedoes, but a lot of power. And the 2 PPDs, which are always hilariously fun. So we may be stuck in this ship for a little bit longer. We will eventually succeed in getting out of it. And then we'll have fun. We could take a salvage mission, but that would be boring. MET-17 is kind of buggy right now. So I don't want to be going on MET-17s because they will break the game and crash everything, so we're slightly avoiding it up until that gets fixed. Alright, so a regular patrol. Actually, can I do any speed at all? No. No, actually, if I want to charge all weapon systems, which we kind of do, we have to move at a speed of exactly 0. However, if we set these down to normal phaser 1s, we would be able to move quite quickly, actually. Looking forward to PPDs, not too familiar with them. They are the greatest weapon in this game. My most favorite weapon of all weapons. I have said in the past, and will continue to say, that the plasma torpedo is the... Are you seriously not finished already? The plasma torpedo is the most powerful, and the Federation photon torpedo is the most flexible, but the PPD is by far the most fun. So we have finally charged the systems, and it's a freighter. Excellent! Keep sending freighters at me. A battle frigate also. It is this frigate looks so tubby. It's absolutely hilarious to me. I'm sorry, but this one always makes me kind of chuckle. Because look at it. Look at it. It's so fat. Anyway, so we're going to go after him first because I don't think the MMD is going to have anything that's truly scare first F-Flight. I remember you trying to use them, then losing the ship right away. Is that what happened with the first one? Oh, that's a shame then, because PPDs deserve to be enjoyed. Let's reinforce the forward shield. USS Tubby. Yes, the USS Tubby, exactly. They're just the Federation triple nacelle original style frigates are just hilarious to me. I like them so much. The Okinawa class that is from the base game is awesome, and I would like to have the Okinawa class back for a couple of classes, but I do like the sort of flying saucer design that Orion Pirates Plus changed the normal frigate model to, because it just amuses the heck out of me. Alright, let's make sure that we have some electronic countermeasures going on. It does look like we actually managed to successfully charge our plasma torpedoes this time, instead of having them completely wasted. Make sure our phasers are on overload, and for once this is actually telling me the status of the phasers, because we only have phaser X's. Normally it's a mix of phaser X's, phaser 3s, or phaser G's, but not this time. Single plasma torpedo to the face. Get ready with the second plasma torpedo. And we're gonna hopefully hurt him really bad. That's a lot of missiles. And all additional weapons. And fire the plasma torpedo into the back. Yes, we deliberately took that kind of damage because I wanted to see if I could kill him in one pass. Not quite. Welcome to the stream, Meldrick. You only missed about 20 minutes, so we've been cruising around in our destroyer, trying to cause as much havoc as possible. And as we're causing havoc, I need to turn on these. It's a lot of power wasted on... Well, I should have set them to normal mode before I did that. A lot of power wasted on a couple of missiles, but worth it. Wonder why they took the ship models out of the game. I liked the original ships. They did it for some of them, but others they just gave them the full upscale treatment. So you now have the original Constitution class, which we did the stream for that last week. That was sort of the first one that sort of started me trying to do a little bit more often streaming. So the original series Constitution, and then they've got the Constitution refits, and then they move you on to more advanced looking ships. The Excelsior is still the original battlecruiser. Like, the BCE is still the original in-game battlecruiser, but with a better model. Like, all of them. All the models have been... Well, most of the models have been improved. I think this... I'm fairly certain this is from the base game. I really miss some of the dreadnoughts, though. But part of the problem is that the ships that they included in are of a much better quality than the base game. Mostly because the original game was made in 2001. So, it's been a little while. And computers have advanced a little bit more than you might imagine. So, because of that, they kind of... I think they probably he wanted to make some kind of continuity between his ships just looking better. And to be fair, they do. My main gripe, though, is the Gorn. Because the Gorn is much more accurate to tabletop now, but they're all identical. Like, every single Gorn ship looks pretty much the same. It just scales in size. They are two saucer sections connected by a couple of weird things. And it is not interesting to look at all. So if there was one race that I would go back and undo, it would be the Gorn. Delirians came off pretty good with some of their models. I don't think the ISC got any updates. Maybe a couple of ships here and there, but I don't think the ISC got many updates at all, aside from classes. Maybe the engine can only handle a certain number of ship models per race and they had to cut some? Maybe, but part of the thing that you'll notice, if you zoom in really close on a lot of these ships, especially the Strike Series and the Battlecruisers especially, there's a lot of different variation between them. Like, every ship class for the Federation, at least almost every ship class, has some minor things that are slightly different. Like, it'll have a photon torpedo tube in a different area, or it'll have an additional set of hangar bays located somewhere on the model, and so they all have a lot of character and difference to them. But the problem is the main hull looks the same, so it's not as easily noticeable, but you can really see it on the battlecruisers. I use the OP for Orion Plus 4.11 with OP Plus 4.1 ship models, because I like the 4.1 ship models better. Is that a different model set? Because I think I only have 4.11. I don't have the other one. The current version of the mod that I'm running is now the basically the Hot and Spicy remix, which is purely just to make it compatible with the new fan patch. But I'd love to see what the other models look like, just because I love the model variety. And I'd like to actually add in even more if at all possible. We actually have 2800 prestige, which is pretty good. We could get an HD DV, which would be really terrible. Like, it's basically our current ship, except fewer Phaser X's and a couple of Plasma Ds. It'd be absolutely terrible. But apparently it costs 2500. How much was that cruiser? Is it gone now? Oh, the CAXP? Yeah, that's going to be a little while. That's another couple hundred prestige. Alright, so supplies. We're still pretty mostly good on supplies. Let's be honest with ourselves. We don't need to go out of our way too much. We can do this. We can do this one as long as it's not a plasma monster. Well, no, even the plasma monster, we can do this. If it's not Andromedan, that'll be fine. It could, of course, be Andromedan. Yes, that's exactly what we're running into. The Andromedans are our enemies in this one, which is going to be fun. I think we can outrange them with our plasma torpedoes. We have a slight range advantage against him. Huge code, some people still providing support for these games. Yes, the guys at the Hot and Spicy forums have done an amazing job. And one of the things they've done is they've combined a whole bunch of mods. So this background mod back here, where it's just the gorgeous high-quality backgrounds, that came from another guy. I think he's like Alex, I think his name is. It's like NCC something is his screen name. But he came up with a high-definition background mod, which does so much to improve the game. Then there was also the HD hotfix or patch for all of the the interface here, so that you could play it in this much larger screen. And then Hot and Spicy came in and did things like they beveled this bottom here so it didn't just go off into infinity. It looks like it's a proper control panel. And then they wrapped this all together, started throwing in some changes and fixes, and then they even went even further out of their way to help make the some mods like Orion Pirates Plus to actually be compatible with their fan patch. So they have done so much work, and I'm so thankful for all the work that they've put into it. And they are also right now currently working on trying to get a new Dynaverse working so that multiplayer campaigns can be a thing again. Because that was one of the big things about Starfleet Command 2, was that you were going to have the ability to play on just a huge map with a whole bunch of friends. Now, the service unfortunately kind of went away because, the game is 17 years old, but that original idea is, of course, still there, and so they want to come in and fix it up so that they have sort of like their own mini connection service so that you can play it on your own instead of having to connect to things like Dynaverse, which the Dynaverse for this in-game doesn't really exist anymore. But yeah, huge kudos to the guys who keep these mods going. I am just so thankful for it because it gives me something really excellent to play. And I've been doing this for almost 2 years at this point. Well, we're about a year and a half would be closer. And I still I love this game. Like, playing it every day for as long as I have, I still haven't run out of fun things to do. And one of them is because, there's 8 different races. Do you think they can mod new factions? I don't know. I know that a lot of people want to see, other factions and adversaries like that. I really don't know how far you can take it. It'd be something I would be really interested in finding out, though. Because wouldn't it be awesome if you could, update this so it had TNG stuff? They have done it. I run my own Dynaverse server using their software. Awesome! So that's great to hear. So it's already working. Perfect. Those guys are just doing some awesome work out there. So we've managed to nail this this Andromeda quite heavily. It's pretty badly damaged at this point. We've peeled away most of his shields, taken out a lot of his weapons. This interface lies, by the way. These are not Phaser 2s, and this is not a ESG Lance. It is much more terrifying than that. So, I'd love to see a multiplayer campaign. I've been thinking about doing it. I really have. I just need to get the logistics of when and how I would do it and who I would do it with. Mainly because my schedule is kind of weird. I'm currently working on a couple of things right now, sort of medical-wise, so my time gets a little bit scattered around, but I really at some point do want to do that. Just make a streamed Dynaverse campaign. Because wouldn't that be awesome? Just all of us sort of all playing and chatting here and also streaming here for anybody who wanted to watch? I think that would be pretty cool. And so that's definitely something that I want to get done. So, unfortunately, our Andromedan friend is just having a pretty bad time. Like, that initial ESG Lance was a fantastic incoming volley. He went right through our shields, but, well, he doesn't have a whole heck of a lot to follow that up with. Oh, and we have not been sending our phasers to overload. He'd probably be dead by now. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of time to recharge these plasma torpedoes and let them really get involved. And I think... Are you going to come back in? I'm going to increase the speed of time as long as he's going to wallow away from us. It's perfectly alright with me. But yeah, the big dream thing that I want to eventually see done with sort of Orion Pirates Plus would be to see just how far into the X era we could go. Like, Can you imagine full-on TNG? That would be awesome. Like, and not even just separated from everything else, but have the TNG just be the natural evolution from the normal X ships. So you finish with the X-type battle cruisers, and then you move into things like the New Orleans class. I think that would be pretty cool. It'd be really fun to have 2 fleets fighting. Yes, two actual properly controlled multiplayer fleets. Because you can get 6 people in a normal multiplayer skirmish, and each of them can control 3 ships. And that's what I do for the final battles that we do. Is I just go into a skirmish and I set it up so that one side there's 3 people on one side, 3 people on another. There's one group of battleships, one group of heavy cruisers, and one group of scouts. And then I just throw them at each other. But yeah, you could do that by playing multiplayer with other people too. And that'd be really interesting to have like actual tactics going down instead of just the mad chaotic melee that occurs. I'd be on board with that. Just as a matter of time. The final battles are madness, and having that player control would be even greater madness. Like, awesome madness. We have 3,000 prestige. Do you have 3 ships for sale at 3,000? Oh, we're 100 away. What's an NCAX? It is 2 plasma Rs, 1 PPD. Kind of want the carrier more, because torts are pretty cool to have. Like, it's kind of funny. The ISC did not have fighters to start with, but the ISC dived into fighters because they were really useful. I'd love to see 12 plasma ships in a free-for-all. In a free-for-all? God, that would just be horrific, because nobody would know who's getting shot at. And so they would all be dumping plasma. They would all be dumping wild wheels. Oh. It might be a little bit too easy, because plasma torpedoes track. Alright, we got a heavy cruiser that we have managed to trap, and we are escorted by the chief, who is tiny. Oh god. Please tell me you have, like, nothing on board. Because I really need you to not have weapons. It's going to be kind of important here. Yeah. It is one of the sort of messed up ones that has a Merak MFD, but I don't quite know what's about to happen, and I'm a little bit worried about it, and I don't want to move too close to him because I'm only a distance of 34, and if he runs me over, things are going to hurt. Back in the day, I remember battles going that way. Yeah, there are objectively better races than others in this game. Okay, that's a fascinating weapons mix you have there. Let's go set up our single Wild Weasel, because he's got 2 F-type plasma torpedoes, and we need to build some speed now. The phase capacitor is fully charged. That actually frees up a lot of power. So how much power can I drain from this so I can charge plasma torpedoes and run? Not really run. We're just re-engaging from a new angle. That ought to be good. So we're going to pull away. We're going to give time for our friend, the chief, back there to help out. Choo-choo, there's no stopping this pain train. Well, we're going to try. Incoming photon torpedo. Nailed us. Of course he did. Look at that attack shift. It was at 2, but now it's down to 1. Let's, I'm going to put a single point of energy into that. See if I can't just mess with it a bit. Oh, you're a carrier. How big a carrier? Oh my god, you're a huge carrier. What the hell? He's a frigate. Like, a little tiny frigate. Look at this. This is the pain train. Forget about this guy. The chief has brought the pain. By the way, we're about to get shot at, so I'm going to dump a plasma torpedo right in your face. Come on, just give me back around to the front angle. Plasma torpedo ready. And now he's shooting at me, so we're going to turn away. And I'm going to wait for that to hit, and I'm going to fire plasma torpedoes as we pass by, one at a time. Just to mess with him, full speed. We now have the ability to do so. And the last one, because he's flying towards me, and that'll work out pretty good. Most players use Romulans. Plasma torpedoes were everywhere, and you never knew which were targeting you. Romulans are... It's the cloak. The cloak doesn't break this game, but it makes this game interesting. Because suddenly, you can't track anything. Oh, it's the heavy-handed. Okay, that's the name of them. Well, we're coming in with a nice little plasma torpedo run. Also going to make sure our phasers are set to overload. That way we can really hit him. And we're going to run over him. Now, he has managed to destroy quite a few fighters, but there's a lot more fighters than he had planned for. This would have been great if he was fighting, like, Federation War Destroyers. Come on, give me a good angle. I don't want to fire a plasma torpedo at this distance. Hi, guys. Bye, guys. He's still trying to bomb him. Phases him through that hole, absolutely. Plasma torpedo, please. And I think we've got a little bit of his engine right on there. Pull off here. And bounce in his back. Although he didn't deal a whole heck of a lot of damage on that one. He's having a bad day. Which is excellent for us. Let's slow down. Now, the more damage we deal to him, it's actually... When you deal damage to a pirate, the amount of engine damage you're dealing is actually kind of double. Purely because they have access to engine doubling. And so the more you hurt them, the much more you hurt them. Engine doubling is an amazing, amazing ability that they have. In the 80s, I played the tabletop version of the game Starfleet Battles against my uncle with miniatures models. I've always kind of wanted to do that. The problem is I don't think I can find anybody in my area to do that. And also, I already have a tabletop game. Like, Warhammer is a very different experience, but you can really only play so many tabletop games. But yeah, Starfleet Battles looks to be really... Well, heck, I play it all the time on this, but it is... Starfleet Battles is such an interesting universe. It is so cool, just how much they added the politics and conflict into things that made just a universe feel much more realistic. And I'm kind of sad that Starfleet Battles canon never, like, became anything in actual canon, because that would just be awesome. Now, that would be a show on CBS I'd be willing to watch. Please tell me you're going to pay me fairly decently for this. I mean, I know we had the... No, 150. We had an amazing carrier with that, and they recognize that, so of course they're not going to pay us out huge amounts. Let's push the Federation a little bit. Unfortunately, there's no mission there. The Federation is nowhere to be found. Patrol out in the middle of nowhere? Warhammer is legal. It's a legal crack. Yes, it kind of is. Ugh, the hours and hours and hours you will spend just, one, playing the game, but two, making the models. It's forever. Starfleet Battles rulebook is huge. Is it? Because I was looking at, I think I was looking at it on Amazon, and it was like $30. So I would imagine a huge rulebook would be much more expensive, but hey, maybe not. I like complicated, huge rulebooks. Like, I have a copy of Dropfleet that I got at Adepticon, and just perusing the rulebook is enjoyable to me. I'm that kind of weird person. Is that a probe? Find out exactly what this frigate is dealing with. And I think he's all on his own, although he's a fairly... Well, he's the cool-looking frigate. He's got that whole bladed front prow thing going on. It's a shame you can't ram in this game. Although that would be super chaotic. You're equipped with a really, really nasty amount of plasma torpedoes. Holy crap. So this is a frigate, and he's got 2 G-types and an S-type. So he's packing 70 damage just from that. So this ought to be interesting. Step 1, avoid being close. Step 2, lots of plasma torpedoes. Step 3, see step 1. So let's max out the forward shield, even though we're probably not going to make a whole heck of a lot of use of it. I'm anticipating the port and starboard shields are going to take all the damage on this one. Oh, did I lose the stream? Nope, it still says I'm here. Is the stream alright with everybody? I think my page just flicked over. I may have hit a button accidentally. I played it once or twice in school in the 90s. Don't think we played it right. Still got the rule books. I love looking at the BB extension. All the cool ships. Yes, bigger and better ships. I wish YouTube allowed me to go full screen with chat. Stream's good. Okay, good. Yeah, YouTube is not Twitch. Although I'm not sure if I should start like doing Twitch as well. Oh my god, run! Full speed, just get out of here. I don't think we have the speed to get out of here. I think we're dead. Well, we're not dead, but this is gonna suck. Rear shield is all the reinforcement. Phasers to overload. And give me all the defensive. Ooh, no, maybe we burned them all down. Alright, let's turn back in. So let's see if we can't make some of this work good. Stream dropping in and out for you. Oh, that's not good. Hopefully that clears up a little bit. You are really nasty. Let's wait for it, wait for it. Come on, it's got to hit, it's got to hit, it's got to hit. And number 2. I didn't get out in time. Stern plasma torpedo. Frigate's heading towards me. And the next plasma torpedo as it comes around, because if I fire all of them at once, he will freak out and launch a Wild Weasel, and I do not have time for that. Let's get a little bit more. I don't play Starfleet Battles, but the models are expensive, and the new attack wing version does not interest me. The ships look horribly painted. Oof. Attack wing is such an interesting idea, but one, I kind of agree. The models don't look fantastic, but part of this also, I've played X-Wing. So I know how Attack Wing's going to play, although I do hear that Attack Wing is much more customizable. Like, just in the way that you change the ships around. So if you're huge into building stuff, then Attack Wing might be the thing. I'm not sure about that, though. Only from what I've heard from a couple of people. But also, yeah, I just do not have enough money for, like, even more miniatures. Although, Starfleet Battles miniatures are really interesting looking. Some of the models, not necessarily the actual models, the physical models, but just the general look of the ship is terrible. Like the Federation Light Cruiser is ugly as all hell. Sorry, that is truth. You cannot tell me otherwise. I didn't realize you had a... That shouldn't be possible. You didn't fire that early on me, did you? Hey, he's now slowing down, so we might have an opportunity to jump on him. Increase the speed. Mainly so I have enough speed to run away from him when he fires his plasma torpedoes, which I know are ready. Plasma G! Yep, that's coming in, and that's a wild weasel, I think. Yeah, that's a wild weasel. Okay. And I'm going to high energy turn this. Yeah, we're going to have to. I want big battles like DS9, not just 5 or 6 ships. Sacrifice of angels, my friend. Sacrifice of angels. And let's see how you like this. That's a really nice amount of damage right there. Did we take out anything important? Not really. Well, except for his power, which is down to 2. Let's come around and try and hit him with an I-type plasma torpedo. We're a little bit too close, but hey, who cares? And then follow this up with a couple more. That did it. I thought we went to that shot fight at a serious disadvantage just because of the size of his plasma, but apparently not. Took him down quite nicely, actually. Yeah, there we go. 380 prestige. That's maybe not. We'll keep taking missions on the way back, but I think we need like 3,800 in order to get the battlecruiser we want. I think, anyway. Shipyard, hey, just remind me. What am I looking at? Well, there's the CCXP, but that's a plasma torpedoes. Oh, no, that is 2 PPDs and plasma torpedoes. And that's 4,000 something. If we get a promotion, we'll get a pretty decent amount of prestige. You thinking about giving the pirates another chance? Eventually. Like, we're going to have to play pirates in order to finish out Series 2. Gotta be honest, though. Pirates are just... Oh, they I don't want to say they confuse me, but they're a weird one. Because pirates just... I don't even know how to describe it. I had difficulty with the pirates. And I just did not have a whole heck of a lot of difficulty with the other factions that I played. So I'm kind of wondering what was up with that. Because playing the pirates, especially early, was kind of a slog. I'm not sure why it was the case, but it just felt like it was frustrating and not enjoyable. So I'll give them another shot, definitely. Again, we will be playing another pirate campaign through once we get to the end of Series 2. I gotta say, maybe I'm just not thinking about them right, but pirates just kind of, they don't seem to mesh with me. Or maybe that's just because I'm too used to playing overpowered ships and jumping to a pirate vessel, which is the actual challenge, is catching me off guard. Orc ships don't have that much hull, they're hulks. What? Were we talking about orcs? When were we talking about orcs? The frigate is an orc ship, it's got the dock. Ah, I gotcha. Yes, he has all the dock. He was basically a giant gun attached to more guns. And a couple more guns. Maybe the engines were actually guns. I've seen that. We've all played Luftrausers. I played Star Wars Armada game, and that was way more up my sleeve, having waves of X-Wings and frigates. Yeah, Armada looks cool. I've played X-Wing, but not Armada, but Armada looks way more interesting. But again, it would be expensive. Last time I played, there was only one pirate faction I liked. I think it was the ones that started... That would be the Orions. So the Orions are basically... They're what? Federation and Romulan sort of combined together? I think, because they have plasma torpedoes, right? Not sure. We don't normally fight Orions, because normally we're so focused on doing nation versus nation combat. In fact, this is kind of a little bit weird how often we're hanging inside of our own territory. But again, we are a destroyer, so that it does kind of make a certain amount of sense. Set a probe, find out what he's dealing with. Oh, excellent. Perfect. So he's got nothing. We're just going to run him over. Let's increase speed time. I have zero fear of what he's about to send my way. So we need a plasma torpedo. Fired it about now. And then a plasma torpedo. Fired it about now. And then phaser set to overload. Fired it about now. Perfect. Yeah, it looks that. But then again, I'm building a Space Marine army right now. Space Marines. I held nothing against you, but Space Marines. Sorry, but right now, unfortunately, what are you? You are Gorn Stardox. Okay. Unfortunately, the I'm a guard player, so I've been getting nerf batted to death because Space Marines keep bringing guard. So I'm a little bit annoyed. Way to bully a freighter. Well, he was the one who came out to fight me. What do you want me to do? Just let him leave? No. No, we are here to blockade and overcome. For the greater good and all that. Let's go maximum speed, get on up to the Stark. It's going to be a little bit of siege, but this will pay out 450 prestige, which we could definitely use. That'll actually put us about two good paying missions away from being able to get a that flagship that we really kind of want. Again, we have to remember that this is equipped with no less than a lot of Wild Weasel shuttles. So we're going to come right up on into him. Play nice with what? The Space Marines? No. The new ADB games, I'm not interested, but the old school Starfleet battles and the advanced rule set, I will purchase again. My copies disappeared about 3 years ago. I think they're on Amazon now. I'm pretty sure, because that's where I was looking. So is your plasma torpedo just not ready, or what? I'm going to fire this, and then we have to wait for it to hit. I'm going to fire this, and please tell me you didn't launch your shuttle. Doesn't look like you did. All phase of follow-up. That opened you up. Did 20-30 damage, too. Oh, your thing is damaged. Okay, more speed, more speed. Give me around to this corner. And start nailing him with the plasma torpedo on the starboard side. You may bomb me. Yes, that's fine. Keep coming around. I need more plasma. Always more plasma. And this plasma torpedo as well, as we come directly away. And we're going to run, because we need some distance right now. Back in the 80s, a lot of the models that are plastic were pewter. Ah, yes. All them pewter models. I can relate. I can't really, but I used to be able to relate. This is going to hurt a little bit. Not too terribly, though. Alright, so we're up to speed, but now we're going to be heading back in where we're going to slow down. Mainly because we want to just continue to bomb this startup. How many Marines do you have on board? I always forget this. 8. But I only have 5 guys. So, I'll make you a burger, but I'm not going to conquer your Stardock. Wow, this turning radius is huge. ISC ships are not very maneuverable at all. And it's a little bit frustrating on occasion. Mainly because they don't move. They also generally don't have good phaser arcs, although this one does. This one has 4 X-type phases, can shoot directly behind it. Makes it very useful. Early ISC ships, though, ugh, not working. Hi, I've come to shoot your, well, opening hull zone. Oh, that's gonna suck. Should have crash stopped, but I don't know the hotkey to crash stop, actually. Hi, I'm here. I'm just gonna blink away, slow down even more. Haha, I'm underneath your mines. Now you can't stop me at all. Hello, Ghostly Rain. Welcome to the stream. I have a question. When doing what need doing when in patrol? You have only your ship and that dry dock. Ah, okay. So that's a broken mission. That's the recharge mission. That does not work. It's unfortunately bugged and nobody knows how to fix it. It's been 17 years and nobody's figured out what the original intent of that mission was. We kind of assumed that it was supposed to be removed from the game. So, yeah, when you get that mission, there's nothing you can do. Just, it's broken. Alrighty, so that works. And now we can increase speed a little bit. Actually, no, we can't, because we're wasting some time as we recharge all of our weapons. Come back to me, mouse. It'll work in a bit. And we're not having to get too much going. There we go. Now it's working. So we're going to take on the next Gorn Stardock, and the next one after that, and the next one after that. And slowly but surely we will destroy them. Destroy them all. This will pay off pretty good, actually. Last I knew, the mission was broken. Nope, it's still completely and totally broken. Like, it doesn't work. It's kind of frustrating because... And what a lot of us do is, or at least what I did, is I just went in and I removed the mission file completely. So it literally can't come up. Because otherwise you have a mission that's going to come up that's useless. I've almost removed MET-17 for the same reason. But I'm giving it some time. Haha, your shields are down. Alright, now we can sit here and just continue to bombard him. Because my phases are going to come back a heck of a lot faster than his plasma torpedo. I think I should be able to knock him down before he gets anything going. If I just continue these light Mizzy attacks, we might break into it. Don't get your shield. Oh, okay, we took out the plasma. We don't care anymore. It's going to be easy from here on. Let the phasers charge up. Crunch it down. Plasma torpedoes are almost ready as well. We do need to worry because we are hurting ourselves every time we fire a plasma torpedo, so I'm not going to. I'm actually going to turn now to get this shield over to him, because when he dies, that way I don't die as well. Oh, now we got to charge up the capacitor a bit. Let it charge so we can blitz through this shield. There we go. I just keep the light attacks going. Steady and surely we will annihilate it. There he goes. Alright, next Stardock, please. And increase speed. Oh, we're actually ready to go. Awesome. Yeah, I don't quite remember where the mission script is located. But yeah, just go in and remove it. You can't do it mid-campaign, though. I'm fairly certain that's how it works, because it generates the list of missions, and if you remove a mission mid-campaign, it'll look for it, and then it'll break. So you kind of have to start a new campaign. But if you don't want to, just whenever you see that recharge mission, ignore it. Leave. There's nothing you can do. Don't even bother fighting the ship, because you don't get any prestige from it, I don't think. I've removed it, but pretty sure it still exists in my present installs. Yeah, I keep a copy of it, just in case. Like, I don't know what I'm keeping in case of, but I have a copy of it so that I can use it whenever needed. So, you are next, little friend. How long ago did you fire your plasma torpedo? I forget. And, once again, the mouse is being a little bit working up. It's weird. It doesn't normally do this. But we're just going to get right up on top of you, basically. There we go. That's what I was expecting. Okay. Plasma Torpedo 1, fire. Plasma Torpedo 2, fire. Phasers follow up for all the damages, and now we'll just sit here pretty much blinking away until he's dead. Because you are not going to be able to defeat me here. You can try all you want, but I'm going to destroy that phaser before you get a chance. Alright, now we gotta wait. Wait for the phaser capacity to charge up enough for us to cause annihilating ruinous damage. Oh crap, he's gonna get to shoot that again. Forward shield is down, but that's alright. We'll be fine, don't worry. Repair the engine, patch that. But yeah, it's kind of sad because it seems like an interesting mission, but I don't know if they just didn't know how to script it or what, but you can't do it. Seriously, how is your plasma torpedo still alive? Surely I've caused enough damage in enough ways. And there it goes. Okay, now we got him. So now... Oh, we were at the maximum speed of time. No wonder we're shooting so quickly. We're shooting as if we're in TNG. And wait for it to charge. This is why I don't like Stardock missions. Because they take forever. There we go. And now we can cruise off into space. So this will be 450 prestige. This will plus up to, what, 380 or something? If we manage to get lucky enough to get promoted to Admiral, that'll give us a pretty decent amount of prestige. That puts us to 4,000 exactly. Excellent. We'll start heading back home. 1 or 2 more missions ought to do it. Distress call or negotiation? Negotiation, don't do. Well, you can try. But it's basically the reverse of... screw it. We may as well. It's the reverse of the diplomatic delivery. So you're the aggressor. We're not going to be able to beat him. Like, there's just no way to stop him. Because he's going to go to his maximum speed. And we're never going to get there. So, where's the enemy? Also, the planet is a PLPH-7. Which, you know, we never get that. Because the diplomat's in the heavy cruiser, right? Show me your scanner? Maybe not. Do I just not see it? No, it's that frigate. Full power. I don't think we can possibly catch him, but we're going to give it a shot. Oh, we're also still at maximum speed. So, if I can get to him in time, then I can do something about it. But I've never been able to beat this mission. Normally because it's like dreadnoughts that are carrying this guy. I've never actually seen it in a ship so light. He's only doing a speed of 18, which is weird. So we're actually going to get in a pretty good range in order to deploy a whole bunch of our G-type plasma torpedoes. Extended range, but not exactly extended damage, but we pay a lot for them, which is kind of annoying. Phasers to overload mode. Make sure we fire our plasma torpedoes staggered. That way we do not trigger a wild weasel response. The Skazor. And then I'm going to come in with plasma torpedo. Hurts myself, but that's okay. Another plasma torpedo. And phasers. Okay, we've dealt quite a bit of damage to him. He's down to 2 Marines. Unfortunately, there's a small problem with trying to kill him. Are you the... No, you're not. You're not even moving. Okay. So this might actually be the diplomat. Can I steal the diplomat? No. I think they thought of that. Although, that would be a pretty cool thing to be able to do, is to steal the diplomat. Garden ship destroyed. Primary objective complete. Yay! So that's all we need to do. Every other time I've ever done this mission in like a personal campaign, it's always been like a battle cruiser moving at 31 through, and you can get one pass on it, and then he's gone. I've never seen it as a cargo ship. 225 prestige is not bad, and we'll keep on chugging home. Shipyard high, we're at 4,300. Well, there's the NAX, which is slightly less than what I'm looking for. I think the ship we want is 47. ISC diplomacy, yes indeed. You will do what we say, or you will disappear. We'll try a convoy escort. I'm not super thrilled about a convoy escort, because they tend to come at you from lots of angles, which is no fun. But, hey, we'll try it. Hey, we're lucky. It's a single frigate. Who are we being escorted by? The gigantic frigates pulling cargo boxes. That's what these things are, and I love them. As well as, so we have a freighter. Oh, turn that back on. We have a freighter, an allied light thing, I want to call it. Another armored freighter, another heavy freighter. So really, if he gets within range, he's gonna cause a lot of damage. We gotta kill him before he gets anywhere near these ships. Because otherwise, it's just gonna be lots and lots of pain. So let's give the forward shields a decent amount of reinforcement going on. We unfortunately don't have additional power. Well, apparently now we do. How much power do I got? A lot, so let's pay even more. I want to go fairly quickly, get him at range. Probe. Just in case, because I think we've been running in... Ooh, we don't have any more shuttles. We're done. We definitely got to get home and refill. Did any of you play this game when it was new? I bought the original Starfleet Command Volume 1. When it was new, not really. But I do remember playing Starfleet Command, the demo disc. I can't remember what it came with. No, we got it from a garage sale. It was just a demo disc with Starfleet Command on it, away team on it, and had a trailer for the ground sort of battle Star Trek game. Okay, so you're not terribly armed at all. We can take you, no problem. Phasers to overload. We're not going to have our G-type plasma torpedoes ready for a while, so let's slow down a bit and get ready to run him over. I also played this game on demo disc a lot. This game was good for hours and hours, because the demo only gave you access to just a couple of sectors, but, you know, it gave you pretty much the entire tech tree for the Romulans and the Klingons. It was amazing. They just don't do that anymore. Well, now they call it early access, I guess. Are you going to build a starbase so you can make those trips shorter? We captured a starbase to make those trips shorter. At some point we might, but we don't have the free cash available, or sort of like the fleet available. Like, you kind of want to have, like, a decent ship that you can run heavy missions on before you start going around playing Mr. Constructor. Maybe that's just me, but I kind of want to get a fleet that I can actually do something with before I decide that I'm going to start repopulating the entire Alpha Quadrant with just our star bases. Can you please stop turning behind me so I can actually shoot you? Like, it's kind of frustrating. Never mind, you're done. Apparently that's fine. But yeah, which campaign did we end up building the starbase in? Because we did do that once. And I'm trying to remember which one we did it for. Because we had never done the starbase missions before, and it had been the first time. 465 is not enough, I don't think. I think we're still slightly short. Yeah, it's 4735. If I were to sell this ship, it would be 394, and there's no cheap enough ship. The campaign was unplayable for me, which just crashed on the third or fourth mission. It was much later. Most of the bugs were fixed. Yeah. Unfortunately, there were a couple of problems in the first game. Although they did have an online updater for the longest time. I want a good mission that I can just... No. I'll take another convoy escort. I only need like 250 prestige and we're good. That's all I need. Alert, maximum alert, all that. It's another frigate. Excellent. Perfectly happy to engage you. We'll increase our speed just a little bit. Although I do remember, was it Starfleet Command? Yeah, it was Starfleet Command 1 that was the mirror universe, right? I'm fairly certain that was it. Because you would fight your mirror universe counterpart. And he would have the exact same ship as you had. And you could totally break that game if what you did as just before you got that mission was sell your big ship and buy a whole bunch of little frigates. And by doing that, the AI would have the same ship that you had in your primary slot. And then you would be able to abuse the heck out of him. It's hilarious. Because I couldn't beat that mission for the longest time. And you're captured, and I'm actually about to hit you with a plasma torpedo. Or 2 plasma torpedoes if at all possible. Thank you for clearing that mine for me. I don't think I'm turning fast enough because I'm an ISC ship. I'm fat. They're not fat, they're just slow. Incredibly slow. Keep the phaser firepower. I sometimes forget how close we are to each other because I'm used to playing heavy cruisers. And so it's like, oh, I'm clearly not in range to shoot, but no, we're so tiny that we're really super close. Most of the time I play custom campaigns or Dynaverse skirmishes. Yeah, at some point I want to see what they've done with the Dynaverse skirmish, because I want to try it. I want to see what it's like. I'm happy that they're sticking together, and I'm also lucky that this guy has not a whole heck of a lot of heavy weapons. Otherwise we'd be in trouble. If they broke off and went for the convoy, we'd be dead. Well, we wouldn't be dead. They'd be dead. Not them, but the convoy. First of the plasma torpedoes. Let's get the next one on as soon as he loses. Oh, he doesn't have a shuttle bind. I think I just got him. I think he's dead here. Got him. Okay, good. So we're about to lose our rear shield. Oh no, we were able to actually take that on a forward shield. Interesting. We do need repairs, however, because we are perpetually requiring repairs. So yeah, I've never actually played the Dynaverse version, but I'm interested in doing it at some point. Just need to find the time for it. And it was an interesting experience trying to set it up so that we can do the streaming constantly, which I think has been turning out pretty well. What do you guys think? How have the streams been so far? Any suggestions and or feedback are always appreciated, so that we can actually figure out how to make a good stream for people. I have 5 mines. Interesting. There's safety in numbers, but not in this case. Well, if you didn't bring plasma torpedoes to a plasma fight, you pretty much wrote your own obituary. And good range. Took out his forward shield. Good. Of course, now he's going to mine me, which is going to suck. But our shields are holding. We do need to get on top of him and take out that Phaser X mount. That triple Phaser X mount is a monster. Like, it's way better than you think it should be. Well, no, you probably think it's amazing, and so do I. But we gotta, if we can bomb that, so much of his firepower just goes out the window. Because he's only got 2 photon torpedoes. Do I have any power for sending in my people? Was that me sending in my people or him sending in his? Phasers, come on, something. Any weapon at all. Shoot. Fire. I hate the fact that I have no maneuverability. I don't have maneuverability, and I don't have firepower just to overcome that lack of maneuverability. A lot of that bugs didn't get fixed until much later when it was abandoned in the Fantastic over. Yep, and that's what the Hot and Spicy Forums guys did. It's basically a fan patch to improve things and make it playable on bigger systems. I'm missing a lot of systems now, which kind of sucks. We're steadily plinking away at them, but we're not hitting the mount that we need to. We don't honestly really care about those plasma torpedoes. Or even the photon torpedo. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but it's not a big deal. Are my Marines still going? They are still going, okay. So if they can bomb that out, he just loses the only real weapon that I care about. And then the photon torpedo I can deal with. I can probably just shut down a couple of systems. What do I want to... I'm just going to keep that spare part. I've only got 1 left. We are going to trade this ship in on the next mission, I think. So I don't really need to keep it alive. But we do, of course, need to still finish the mission itself. Come on, just get me closer. Closer. Phaser on overload. Capacitor's good. Got him. Whew. That's why I don't like convoy missions. They're so dangerous. It's so difficult to deal with them. Because just numbers. But at least I think we might have enough to buy a new ship now. 220, was that enough? We're at 4870. Hi, shipyard. 43. Is there a 48? I'm just going to check real quick. I'm probably... 4735. Oh, there's 2 more XCPs? CCXP, CCXP. So there is an additional one, okay. Okay, buy it. The heavy battlecruiser Ironsides. And welcome aboard to the Ironsides, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to trade in the Salic. And now we're just in a big heavy cruiser now. And yeah, this will be interesting. Just going to go back to the shipyard so we can double check the amount. Because I may have bought a ship that I didn't mean to buy. I think this is the right one. Okay, good. So this is our brand new ship. It is a flagship cruiser. It's equipped with 4 transporters. So we're still not exactly doing a whole heck of a lot of close combat boarding actions. 4 torpedoes, which makes us a little bit vulnerable to mass missile fire. But really, the Federation generally don't go in for mass missile fire all that often. Just light missile fire. 3 shuttles, which I think actually means 6. No fighter bays at all, but we have 2 plasma R torpedoes. Each one of those plasmas deals 50 damage. They also do that out to a very nice range. 6 plasma eyes, which is only really good for point defense, but it does generate 2 additional plasma F torpedoes for us. 2 PPDs, 6 Phaser 3s, and 8 Phaser Xs. The engineering bay is much larger with more space. Yes, yes it is. Because this is a real ship to fight in. Let's get some spare parts, mines, marines, and shuttles so that we can actually make sure that this ship survives. But of course, being very, very high on my list of priorities. We will buy marines last, I think, so that I can... Yep, 6 shuttles. So that I can top off that. We don't want to spend too much on too many things, mainly because there is going to be repair costs we got to keep in track of. But I want this ship to be relatively kitted out. Let's hope we don't lose it like we did last time, apparently. So give me a mission. It's a patrol or a monster. No, I want combat. I want real battle. A surprise reverse, sure. Okay, I said combat. What I meant was a seal clubbing operation. So let's just go in and get 300 prestige for bowling over a couple of Federation frigates. Alright, so red alert, and we have no speed. If I cut this down to half, what am I looking at? Still no speed because of those gosh darn I-type plasma torpedoes. Just the amount of energy they take is huge because each one is I'm fairly certain each one is basically a plasma F, so we're equipped with 6 plasma F torpedoes, of which we can only use 2. Yeah. So let's slowly get this bucket up to power because our plasma torpedo budget is just gigantic. And we are being escorted today by the Cougar, who is another pirate vessel, which we've apparently bribed. And we're fighting more pirates. So once again, the ISC is causing people to fight themselves. Alrighty, let's make sure we actually set up our phaser arrays this time properly. So we have a whole bunch over here, the grand total of being 8 and 6. Put that on Mount 1. On Mount 2, of course, has to be our long-range weaponry. Mount 3, of course, our close-range weaponry. And on 4, I'm going to put one of our plasma torpedoes. So 1 is phasers, 2 is PPD, 3 is plasma all, and 4 is just a single plasma torpedo so that I can go 4 fire and then 3 fire. That way we spread out the shots so they don't launch wild weasels. Helm is so shiny. It's a brand new flagship cruiser with all the upgrades and amenities you could ever want. Although I do need to double check what sort of range I really want to be using my PPD at. Let's see, this should be relatively easy to find on this chart. Plasmatic pulsar device, range of 15. Oh, that'll be nice. 15 is really where we want to do it because between a range of 15 and 11, each pulse will deal 5 damage and we'll have a 72% chance to hit. So, yeah, let's get involved with that. So we'll lock him up with the PPD. We're almost to our range of 15 where we'll start our initial engagement. Hopefully we'll knock a whole bunch of systems offline. Yes, and now for the PPD. Let's experience it from his angle. And we'll probably hop back and forth between. So this, I'm going to wait, is what a PPD is. This is the most fun weapon in the game, bar none. I'm sorry. It's just too hilarious to use. And we're now going to back that up with our massive plasma torpedo assault. Yes. These are R-type plasma torpedo launchers, apparently, for the ISC. Phasers to overload, just in case this doesn't kill him. Oh yeah, that killed him. One of them killed him. Having plasma Rs again is an excellently fun experience. You are a bigger ship, I assume, so I'm going to come after you now. We're just slowly wading through the fire. And so I'm Chief Engineer, and Mr. Rimmer is the helmsman. Yes, so it does appear. These are the roles that you appear to have wanted, and I haven't heard any objections, so I'm perfectly fine with that. Didn't kill him, unfortunately, so our phaser firepower isn't exactly stunning. So we're going to have to keep that in mind. I do, however, have a plasma torpedo I can do backwards. And that did do the job. See, this is what ISC ships are, at least in my opinion. Can I get 4 pulses out before we hit a range of 4? No. So we will not bother attempting that. I'm actually going to throw my power back up to full now that I've got all my systems charged. And I'm going to get nice and close to you so that I can just bombard you with all the firepower. But yeah, big, slow, and powerful. Which is normally not how I play heavy cruisers. Well, no, it absolutely is. I normally try and keep my heavy cruisers at a speed where I can, like, do everything I want. Oh, all the damage. Excellent, excellent damage. PPDs are my favorite weapon. I love that spinning CA hull. There we go. And, yep, that's it. We got him. So this gigantic thing. But this is everything you want in an ISC ship. I'm trying to remember, are the ISC X ships any good? I don't quite recall. 300 prestige to bring us back up to a certain level. That'll allow us to be a little bit more aggressive. Let's pop over in here. Because now if we take damage, we can repair it at a shipyard. Keep bombing the planet and then eventually we'll take it. Although Federation planets, I assume... I don't know if this... Nope, nope, goodbye. Adios, see ya, we're done. Hi, this is a fast dreadnought. Hi, this is a heavy cruiser, but I believe this is an HVX, so this is a special experimental weapons system. And, hi, this is a freighter, we could kill him, but no, just... Well, maybe. See, that's the problem we run into. The question becomes, well, maybe. We're going to start moving away. We're going to get good scans on this heavy cruiser and see what it is. Because the DNL is not super dangerous, let's be honest. Light dreadnoughts are fast, they're maneuverable, but at the end of the day, they're just big, heavy cruisers. This guy might be something. Numbers could be a problem. But I want to see. Maybe he's not as scary as I think he is. I could be entirely wrong and we're about to get completely annihilated, but we're going to check it out. Just in case. What you got? Well, you're a heavy cruiser. The problem is your carrier part that makes me afraid. Because that's one of the big problems that ISC ships have, is the fact that a lot of their enemies are carriers. I'm going to slow down and let charge. Can I knock you out just by... I could just fly into you and annihilate you. You are just a freighter after all. See, this dreadnought's not super dangerous. He's got like 4 photon torpedoes and 8 phasers or something like that. He's not dangerous. Oh, was that 12 phasers on board him? Okay, that's really dangerous. That is incredibly dangerous. I gotta come up with something. If he doesn't have fighters, I might be able to dogfight with him. Like, I'm gonna have to try and get him at range, so high-speed passes would be ideal. But we might be able to get something done. Like, I don't just want to run away from our first assault on a shipyard in this ship, but we can't just go in on him. Of course, his freighter is zipping along at a speed of 20. He is eager. Alright, what kind of fighters are we dealing with? I see 8. That's a lot of fighters. I do, however, have I-type plasma torpedoes. I'm going to set them to full defense. I'm not going to attempt to use my I-type plasma torpedoes for anything other than to cover my rear. And with that in mind, we're going to focus on you, and I'm going to see if I can't play with you at long range for a little bit. We have available power, so I'm going to throw it into electronic countermeasures and the forward shield, probably? Yeah, we'll reinforce the forward shield. We're going to come into a range of 15 and get the heck on out of here. Okay. The captain... Yes, it's probably going to be a 1 versus 3. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now full speed. Turn away. And actually, plasma torpedo to the face. Let's see what you do with that. And now our defensive plasma torpedoes are... Yep, he stopped. That's what I was expecting. Alright, so the fighters are now getting in here, and our defensive plasma torpedoes are engaging. Hi. Bye. Okay, it's a 1v2 now, guys. Calm down. And a mine. That'll cause them to break off. I'm going to set our phasers, I think, to full defensive as well. Because these fighters terrify me. They're only Hawk 1s, though, so not as bad as it could be. But fighters are, of course, dangerous. So we need time to charge our weapon systems again. We do have a single plasma R torpedo, but I do need, of course, I do need to have our defensive... Ooh, he's probably heading home. Wow, 5 photon torpedoes, so you got modified. Pretty cool. I'm going to send an R-type plasma torpedo your way as well to shut you down, because you won't engage me after that. Like, he'll crash stop. I'm 100% sure of that. Well, oh, no, he's not. He didn't stop in time, and there goes his forward shield. Okay. Let's set up our rear shields. 1, 2, and 3. We're skirmishing with the ISC. What the heck? This is not how this is supposed to go at all. There goes this little wow wheel. He just deployed it too late. If we let these guys catch up to us, we're actually going to be just fine. So let's drag him out. Get some distance away from Mr. HVX over here, because he's a nightmare. And we've got a full capacitor, so we could turn on these guys and try and nail them with all the firepower we got. And thus proving that, 1, our rear shield is gone. But 2, that freighters have less hull than fighters. Okay, I am worried about the loss of shielding. That is a major concern at the moment. But I think I can deal enough damage to cause him to back up. So wait for it. We need to get closer and closer and closer and a little bit closer now. So he's down to 1. We got him. Okay, so 1 fighter group is down. We have to deal with the other one. PPD, do I engage from 20? No, I'm almost in range anyway. So we're going to get to 15 and engage. 1 miss, 2 miss. But we still got the damage on it. And the great thing about the PPD is it doesn't just hit the side that you're facing. It also goes for either side. We're getting out of here, by the way. We're gone now. I don't think you're going to be able to catch me. Especially not once I start mining things up. Evasive maneuvers. That way we can get a little bit of defense going on here. He's deployed his fighter squadron again. We need to get our rear shields back a little bit. Because as you can see, them just being able to fire into our stern is not great. We will fix nothing, actually. The PPD will take 3 weeks. Like, it's just takes forever to recover. Although I have some time, so I may as well. I don't intend to repair the plasma eyes. They just take all our power. So we're going to zoom along. How are you doing on speed? I think he's trying to catch me. We're not going to let him. We're going to try and make it so he doesn't get to catch us. Incoming photon torpedo. 1 hit. Damage to the engines just a little bit. Yeah, we're eating a lot of rear shots, unfortunately. But we are getting distance, and that's important. If I can come back on you... If I can get a R-type plasma torpedo ready when I come back on you, then we can get something happening. Because 50 damage to his face is just not going to be something he's going to be able to deal with. Although, please stop hitting my PPDs, guys, because I need them back. I need them intact. We are maneuvering erratically. Let's come back around, because I've got 1 PPD just about ready to go, and phaser pass... Well, he has a DNLX, which makes him much, much better than the original DNL. Just the inclusion of the X-type phasers is such a huge deal. We're kind of for you today. Yeah, hopefully not. I mean, we haven't taken too much damage just yet. How's my rear shields? We have rear shields again. Excellent. How much power do I have? Not a lot. Let's be honest. I'm going to offline you, offline you. So whatever power we were giving to the I-type plasma torpedoes, we are no longer giving to the I-type plasma torpedoes. I need to stretch them out. I need to get them away from each other. Of course you nailed me. It's a defense shift of 2, and you're firing at me from a range of 20, but of course you nailed me. Whew, at least that one missed. So I need to get these guys separated a little bit. I need them to not be engaging me from the same perspective. And, oh, we may be abusing the AI a bit by working on the border. Excellent. Alright, so phasers. I think I need all of my phasers to eat these hawks. Come on, bring the bow around. And slow down. And cut the erratic maneuvers. Get ready with the phasers. Maybe not. PPD. Phasers to engage. Within a range of 5. Now. We weaken him quite heavily. And all phasers. Come on, got him. Alright, hi. I have no weapons to engage you with, except a mine. Here, eat that. Don't shoot me in my stern. Don't shoot me in my stern. Well, we're about to hurt each other quite badly. Except he's a dreadnought and I'm not. So as much as I say that the light dreadnought is terrible, it's still a dreadnought. Like, you cannot deny that. What do I need to do to get that evasive maneuvering back? There we go. Okay, so we're back up to evasive. So this should help protect us a little bit. We got a good pass, so both of the fighters are down. That's powerful. DNL, not having a good day. Neither are we. Let's be completely honest about that. We now need a lot of weapon systems repaired. And the engines. Because, again, defense shift of 2, but nailing us quite heavily. We are right on the edge of the map, so we can bail at any moment if we need to. I'm going to kind of try and save that a bit. We are taking quite a bit of rear damage now. Still not sure how they're getting such good defensive shifts. Or just good hits here, based on the defensive shift. So, I need the PPDs back. I really do. But I also need those plasma torpedoes. I'm going to shut this one off. Maybe I can get some charging on the other one. Because any plasma torpedo hit is just going to be huge. It's going to chunk through all of their shields, and we'll be able to do something with that. Map, please. I don't want to fly off this map. I need more power. We need more power to the engines. And I also need to... I need some power into that plasma torpedo. Let's be honest. And into my capacitor, unfortunately. I'm going to step up the speed a little bit. And I just need this R-type plasma torpedo to work. Because that'll deal... That's basically game over for him if I hit him with it. Which we're fairly certain we can do. Coming in with a pretty good angle here, actually. How about you? Yeah, they've got me pretty badly boxed. It's a bit of a problem, actually. I've got a good angle on... A really good angle on you now. I'm going to pull through his stern. I might go through this. Couple of missiles, that's fine. They're not on a good enough angle to hit me. Yep, I think we pulled through. So we're pulling out of their little envelopment. He's going to drift well behind. Because he's still a dreadnought. He's big, he's heavy, he's slow. Phaser is fine. Start working on the PPDs then. We're going to work on the PPDs as we maneuver desperately. And if we can get some power... We've almost got this torpedo ready. Just not charging it full. I'm actually going to bring this down. I want that plasma torpedo to work. Oh, all those torpedoes missing perfectly. Alrighty. But the shaking is not helping. Well, it's either shaking or even more repairs. You take your pick. Are you concerned about your coffee spilling or the plasma conduits exploding? One or the other. Make up your mind. Alright, 25 and 27. Oh, they're right on top of each other. They're actually maintaining good formation. I do need to get in here, though, with that plasma torpedo jar. Come on, guys. Finish that plasma torpedo. Most important thing. Shaking's fine. That's what I thought. Desperately, though, more power, because, again, this plasma torpedo, we hit him with it, he's done. We got him. But we need to, well, unfortunately, one, wait for them to spread out, which they're only spread out by about 4, and 2, hit him with it, which is going to be the interesting one. We've already hit him with 1, dead to the face, but now we've got to make that happen again. Alright, so, oh wow, he's starting to really put in the electronic countermeasure going on. Let's go max 6, because I've got to slow down a bit. And slow. Break the erratic. Torpedo. Re-erratic. Slow down, I guess. Come on, give me erratic. I need that desperately. And are we just not gonna get erratic maneuvers? Is this just gonna be a problem? Yeah, I think it's just gonna be a problem. Okay. Problem. Very big problem. Because now we're slow. Although at least we're on the retreating side for him. I just need these erratic maneuvers back, please. What can I shut off then, I guess? Keep the repairs going. Can't fall behind on that. Stop fixing that. Fix that instead. Shoot back. And a mine, I guess we're going to have to do. Mine. Set. There we go. We got erratic back. Takes us a little time to get it back. Oh, crap. Yeah, I think we bail. It was a hard decision. What's the point with living without coffee? Well, you could have tea. Earl Grey hot. Yeah, we're gone. It was an interesting fight. Unfortunately, it's not a fight I think we win. We're just taking too many hits. And they're starting to really get through the belt armor. So, yeah, we're going to slip on out of here. We're right by the edge, which is always lucky. So instead of having to desperately get on the heck out of here, but we will manage it. I just spilled my tea on my console. It was on fire at the time. We all know how damaged consoles work in Star Trek. Yes, loaded with explodium. The most important of all high-tech computer pieces of equipment. And a warp factor 8. Okay, we're gone. We didn't win. We did actually take a lot of damage on that. But, could we have taken him? Maybe? I don't know. That was an interesting one. We would have had to nail both plasma torpedoes on the DNL. But surviving the fighters long enough to get to that point was pretty interesting. Explodium and rocks. I think they're actually foam. Let's see. Supply, how much? Yeah, I figured. I figured that would be the case. So many spare parts for a reason. Let's re-rig on that. Plus, well, a mine. Oh, can I just infinitely get mines or just not afford mines at all? Go the monster assault. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get incredibly unlucky. It'll be the intergalactic juggernaut again. Because he's just nasty. I think Andromedans. Yes, they are Andromedans. A light cruiser Andromedan vessel. Maximize speed time as we just kind of chill here for a bit. He has no friends. Did you spill your tea or did you use it to put out the fire? Porque los dos? The metal jaggy things they used to put in the Civil War grape shot. So we're going to slowly get on in here, get our weapon systems fully charged. We're overgunned. That's kind of our problem. We just have too many heavy weapon systems for what our reactor can handle. Alright, so let's check out his fighter group. Only 3, so it's not terrible. Let's make sure that we can nail him with the PPD and then hopefully the plasma... Oh, yeah, he doesn't have shuttles. Duh. We're going to nail this sucker. We're going to hit him with everything we got. I'm going to quickly see if I can't figure out what the range on a plasma R is before he comes to hit us. Max damage would be out to only 10. So it still is limited to max damage of 10. Now, we do have a closing speed, so that'll work in our favor, but I'm just going to wait. And fire. Goodbye, sir. Well, he may survive it, but I don't think... You do have shuttles? I thought for sure you didn't. I feel foolish now. Hi. I'm going to kill your fighters. I'm going to do it in glorious... Where did my forward shield go? No, seriously, where did the forward shield go? Did I miss something? It just seems to have disappeared. That's a problem. Phasers to engage only fighters at this point, because, we don't have a forward shield anymore. Let's go defensive, set that up as a maximum defense going on here. Plasma torpedo. Phasers. Pump everything you got on. Alright, that's the one. And then let's fire our aft torpedoes. One, and if I can get the other one on target, I'll be sure to kill him. Do you survive this? You do. You took 20 damage from that, and you're still alive. You need to back off, please, because somehow you deleted my forward shield. Yeah, but I didn't notice him shooting at me, that's the thing. Like, I saw him shoot his follow-up at me. Oh, you've just given me an opportunity to fire at you with a PPD at close range. Come on, just give me the angle. There we go. One miss. There we go. So it's going to be a grand total of 7 hits. Now we're getting through. Ship shot you and your shields went bye-bye. Yes, they just seem to have disappeared. That seems to be the thing about these guys. I mean, like, as long as you can kind of keep them at range, sort of ducking with them, you're okay. But sometimes they just suddenly, everything's gone. Cause a little bit of damage. And can I get that R-type plasma torpedo ready? Just a little bit longer. Because it's going to be right in his face. And come on, surprise! Ah, that's always the greatest moment. It's like, hi, you've gotten very close to a plasma ship. Enjoy. Now we can use our phaser 3s to defend ourselves. Unfortunately, these guys count as monsters. Because we can't beam over to this target, unfortunately. Which would be nice to steal top secret Andromedan technology. Figure out exactly what it is we're dealing with. But no, we're a little bit limited on that. So the shields are mostly down. How's my high energy turn? It's 100%. Interesting. Let's draw a distance and kill him with PPDs, which is the best way to kill somebody in this game. So give me a little bit of distance. We're going to come back around just as soon as we can. He's traveling at 1.5, so I want to be a little bit further. All shields are down, and now he's stopped. Alright, let's bring it to this sucker. And coming around. Line them up. Oh, it's going to be 8 hits. It didn't kill him. Well, the gunnery teams have let me down. I know that they couldn't deal any more damage to him, but still, it would have been nice to destroy him with the PPD. We took way more damage than I expected, but we did get paid pretty well. So we should have enough to... 36. That'll top me off on mines, which is important. A couple more Marines. Do we really need Marines? I mean, we don't really use them. Yeah, I kept them. I keep my baby working, so... Keep the engines nice and cooking. Good. MET-17 patrol. We're getting so many pirate patrols, mainly because we stay in our own territory so often. We've got to keep taking the assault to the enemy. We can't let up. We must continue to engage. At least, though, we finally managed to get back into a heavy cruiser. That's the important bit. No enemy out there. No friends with us. We're just going to sit here and chill. Everybody crack a drink. We're going to have some fun. Wait. And somewhere out there, beneath this starry sky, someone's waiting. So let's go meet him. Let's pick up the pace just a little bit. I-type plasma torpedoes still a-charging. There he is. He's a single light cruiser. Oh my god. Are you legitimately a CL? He's a CLDR. Couldn't listen, didn't read. Set a probe. Are you legitimately... Oh no, you're a drone. Okay, that's a little bit different than what I had thought, but still. That's pretty pathetic, man. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of sorry. I'm also going to launch a whole bunch of plasma torpedoes your way, so enjoy while I'm at it. We can't fire while we're waiting for that. Yes. There we go. And we'll follow up with, wait for him to hit the speed. 3, 4. You're gone. No, you're not. Okay, you survived. Need to use overload. Gotta remember that. If you take out my forward shields, I'm going to be super disappointed. Incoming missiles. Okay, we'll spread out a little bit. And phasers to follow up. A little more phaser firepower. Deadly. USS Hodgson just having a bad day. When you're a light drone cruiser and you face, well, a command cruiser. Curb stop the commence. Yes, let the curb stop commence. Those poor, poor vessels. By the way, welcome to the stream, Simmons. I don't think I said hi. How very rude of me. So 152 prestige for basically, well, bullying the Federation a bit. But they deserve it every so often. You've seen what they've done to my ships. Let's take the planetary assault. Why not? Right? Planetary assaults are fun. And we have the perfect weapon to do it. Let's make sure we're at the... Oh no, we were at the right speed of time. Oh, once again, we've brought a jersey. We have a single enemy dreadnought. It is an older style dreadnought. Oh, actually, it's a carrier. Interesting. What kind of carrier? It's a CVA, so this is a full-on size carrier. And zoom on in. And there it is. In all of its, well, somewhat slightly off-angle glory. If we could actually get a side view of this, we'd be able to see the through deck for him and everything. And that'd be pretty interesting. So we'll have to wait until we get close to annihilate him. Although he's going to bring a lot of fighters to the table, so let's quickly come over here and say, full defense. I want you only defending us because everything else is going to get ugly. And we are, of course, being escorted today by the Antares, which is yet another of the Federation traders who is joining us. And he brought a New Jersey-class battlecruiser to the table. The New Jersey is potentially the best of the battlecruisers. And the reason I say this, despite the fact that I absolutely adore the Kirov, which is the most maneuverable of the cruisers, is because it has this third set of photon torpedoes. So he has 6 photon torpedoes that all fire forward, which is really, really good. I like the Kirov more. Now, the Kirov has an additional drone rack instead of this middle photon torpedo, which is why I like it more. But I gotta say, if I'm completely and 100% honest, it's the Jersey that brings the most firepower. It's the best one because it's the most flexible. It also is pretty decent on power. It's not as bad as the Bismarck, which is just desperately crying out for an engine upgrade of some description. Alright, so let's get ourselves set up to engage this fool. Well, he's not foolish. He's rather clever, actually. He's probably going to be able to deal a little bit of damage to me just as we start. Because he's going to notice that I've started improving my electronic countermeasures and he's going to shoot. So prepare for incoming photon torpedoes. Or maybe not. Maybe he'll just be like, oh, we'll give him a chance to get ready. After all, fair is fair in war, right? It's exactly how the Federation thinks. The planet is an undefended planet. It's PL-12. It's no PLPH. So we should have no trouble annihilating that. It'll have 8 phaser 3s. Not exactly a bad thing. Put my blast shield around the reactor. I'm expecting a boom. Nah, we'll do fine. Ignore these fighters. All 12 of them heading right for us. I think cruiser equipped. Honestly, he's Kirov level equipped. I mean, except for that massive. I'm going to have to fire everything I've got at the fighters. Because he's not dangerous. Like, he's that massive X-type rack right here, which is just 4 X-type phasers. So we're going to have to focus on these Hawks. Really kind of no way to get around that. So let's line them up within a range of 15. Oh, it's going to be 8 good hits. Yeah, that didn't do what I was hoping. Phasers, commence long-range engagement. There we go. Plasma torpedo. Yes, I'm about to fire R-type plasma torpedoes on these guys. And they've all wasted their incoming fire. Anything else I got? I do have defensive plasma torpedoes. Eat them all! All up and shoot over here. Don't let him get home. That's critically important. Come on. Plasma torpedo versus fighter. Who will get there first? And I don't know who made that run. That's an interesting question. Oh, phasers to overload, please. All the energy. There we go. Got him. Alright, so we've taken out most of his fighter group. I'm not 100% positive if we got that last one. Oh god, I forgot. You have just massive Gatling phaser capability. Phasers, overload. Punch through that shield. No, they're not yet ready. Pull away. Let's get away from him. If we pull within a range of 3, we're in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble pretty soon. Stay outside 3. Desperately. Mine. Make him double think. Aha, that worked. That forced him to evade. Again, thank you to the fans still supporting the game. Why the models look so good. Yes, they do. There's a lot more models. I actually downloaded, I don't quite remember where I got it from, but I had downloaded a whole bunch of more models, some of which I want to put in this game, and I'm not sure how to do it. I really need to bug the guys. I keep saying this every time I do this, but I need to bug them to say, hey, how do I change this ship and fix the hard points? Because there is a lot of cool models out there that we could put in here. And just imagine if we got a whole bunch of even more people to start making models, all the fun stuff we could have. Imagine this mod with just a complete TNG facelift. That would be really cool. Oh, we're actually going to have a lot of firepower ready for you. Good night. And once again, do I have any pseudos? I do. Hi, you're going to stop, aren't you? Because you just see 100 damage coming for you. There he goes to stop. We're going to slow down nice and gently. Actually, I'm going to shoot your little guy. Got him. Okay, you're about to lose your protection very, very shortly. He does, of course, have the most powerful shield towards us, but I think we're going to be good. Defensive 3, bring it down. Come on. There it is. Everything we've got. I did not hear the satisfying bang. I see the big 131 damage, but I did not hear a satisfying bang. I'm a little bit disappointed, if I'm honest. There used to be a TNG mod for this game. I know there's a TNG mod for it, but I want a TNG mod for Orion Pirates. Or Orion Pirates Plus, I mean. Because I don't want to lose all of my ship classes. Like, I adore the fact that I have, like, hundreds of different classes of ships. Because it just really improves variety. Am I waiting for phases to be ready? I am. I think that'll take him down. So it looks like we did actually kill that fighter group before, or the plasma torpedo got to that fighter group. Alright, on to the planet. So let's, the planet is completely undefended, so we should have no trouble at all. Jersey, are you going to clear that mine for me? No. No, he's not. He's not going to bother. But yeah, I don't want to lose the stuff that's in Orion Pirates Plus. I think it's too cool to want to just give up on. But it would be an interesting difference to, on occasion, maybe see... Well, ideally, to see it go through the X era and then go into TNG era from the X era to just continue tech progression. Because it kind of breaks down sort of in the late game if you don't win the campaign long enough. You spend so much time in the X era and so little time in the early and middle. So... if we could extend that tech tree even further, just to give a campaign even more longevity. It's actually one of the reasons why I don't go after multiple empires. Like, I will play this up until the point where we have defeated a single empire, and then we stop. And the reason is pretty purely because you've already reached the end of the tech tree at that point. So you're not going to see anything new. There's going to be no new ships for you to try and strive to get. So... what I'd really want to see is, after the X era, after it hits a certain point, what it would end up doing would be, we're just going to fire all weapons now. What it would end up doing is sending you, or making all, like, the dreadnoughts and battlecruisers cheaper, and then start coming out with TNG era stuff. Mainly because, for some reason, I really want to see a New Orleans in this game. I'd love to be able to command that. Alright, let's, we still need to kill quite a few people on this planet. Be patient, we are slowly pacifying the planet itself. Down to 9, down to 8. 6 more of you need to go away. And then we will send in the peaceful troops. We made it, the reactor's fine. Yes, there will be no more enemy fire unless we decide to attempt to land on the planet. Send in the Marines. Yeah, so Orion Pirates is the best one. It has the most bug fixes. And you can import the Empire at War campaigns into it. So... yeah, Orion Pirates definitely was the best one. Yeah, they took some of the... so, Starfleet Command was more arcade. Yeah, they took some of the, a lot of the complexity out of it. Like, it was cool to see the more advanced ship models, but you made the game too dumb. Which, sometimes that can be good. Like, there are things in this game, in Starfleet Command, that are way simplified from how it's done in Starfleet Battles. But it doesn't go too far with it. Let's go back and add Super Early Era. Yes, definitely. Now, I don't think you can actually move the date. I think that's hard-coded. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I would love to see it if it went all the way from pure Enterprise all the way up to post-DS9. That would be ideal, to be sure. But it wasn't more arcade, but I like the ability to customize your ships. Yeah, that would be nice, too. I don't think that would ever be possible in this, but customization is always fun. I mean, I'm a big fan of Battletech, and one of the big things about that is customize your mech however you want. So if we had the ability to, like, make minor refits, we'd be able to do some cool stuff. Now, Linux, are you talking about the original series stuff, or are you talking, like, Enterprise era stuff? Because one of the cool things this mod does do is it does give you original series, and even the cage version of some ships. They've got the big spiky nacelles. which is pretty interesting. I don't think you can start in the Cage Constitution. I'm fairly certain the earliest one you can start in is the CAR, which they demonstrate as a normal TOS series constitution. Who are we fighting? Oh, there you are. Hi, little frigate. Oh, it's another little tubby frigate. What are you? You are an FFB. You have plasma torpedoes. We have to be fair to that. He is equipped with F-type plasma torpedoes. I think. Is it the FBB or the BFF? That's probably FBB. Probe, tell me exactly what he is. No, he's not. Wow, you're actually... I feel sad for you. I'm sorry. You will stand no chance. Also, our forward shield kind of sucks. Like, it goes down so easily. Slow down the speed of time. Line him up. PPD. Ooh, 2 misses. 3 misses. 4 misses. 5 misses. Wow. Oh, because we're firing into an attack shift. Duh. Plasma torpedoes, please. Fire all the pseudos. Did you not just... You fired that missile as you launched that. Phaser 3. Not within range. Slow down, slow down. We're just going to park. Oh, the Phaser 3 is just not in range. That'll be fine. Hi. I'm just waiting for your Wild Weasel to shut off. Wait for it. You can try and run, but I wouldn't bother. You'll just die tired. Goodbye. Speaking of TOS, have you done any of the matchups from the old TV show like Balance of Terror or Wrath of Khan? There's a limited number of skirmish missions in this one. They don't give you the Balance of Terror one. They do give you the Wrath of Khan, and yes, I did do that one. That was sort of my interlude episodes after season 1. And I put on a horrible Leonard Nimoy voice and attempted to do all the vocals like I do with every game that I play. I did not get Starfleet Command 3. Also, FF Combat was very boring at the start of the campaign. To be 100% honest, FF Combat can be pretty boring at the start of this campaign, at the start of this game too. Like, that's just kind of the nature of frigates. They kind of, well, suck. They're not terrible, but at the end of the day, it can be really interesting. I'm an old TOS fan. I'm fairly certain there is a version of the fleet, of one of the fleet mods that makes it all TOS ships all the time. So it makes it much more like it is in Starfleet battles. I like how the chat is taking officer spots on the ship. Yeah, I like that too. I love that kind of interaction. It makes me feel like an actual proper streamer. We are going to be streaming until, well, for another about 13 minutes. And we're going to do about, ooh, we finally got an actual enemy. Who do we got? You're a CAIX, so you are an improved heavy cruiser with the X-type refit. Let's find out exactly what you're packing. A whole bunch of phaser X's, so 2, 4, 6, plus, so 10. So this is kind of a smaller version of the HVX, mainly because he's missing 2 phaser X's. But it's still a pretty decent ship. And it is, of course, slow down a little bit, the gorgeous, oh, not a great angle of looking at it. It is the gorgeous Constitution refit, which is my favorite ship. The most beautiful of all the Star Trek ships is indeed the Constitution refit. Anybody who says otherwise, well, your opinion's not wrong, it's just incorrect. So let's see how much free power I've got. Actually a lot. So we're going to sap some of that to get some engine power. And then how much of that is going to hit? None of that hit. Excellent. Let's see if we can't get within range. So we are closing at a rate of not all that quick, actually. So it is going to take us over a turn, but that'll mean that we'll be pretty much ready to kill. So are you going to counter my electronic countermeasure? Doesn't look like it. I need to counter his, but it's not as big of a deal. Are you dropping below the threshold? I'm going to chase you up. Because we're about to get within PBD range. And I would like to have an attack shift of 0. And there it is. 1 miss. So only 1 miss. That'll be 7 hits. And follow up with the pseudos. Hi. What you going to do? I have to say how cool the shield mod looks? Yeah, it's very different. It caught me off guard when it first happened. When I first downloaded the new fan patch, I was like, wait a second, what's wrong with my shields? They are no longer bright, incredibly shiny white. And now it's like, you know what? Blue makes better sense from the whole color perspective. We're actually too close to him. It's a bit of a problem. Starfleet Command 3 had an angular velocity penalty. Huh. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't actually think that's a terrible idea. So get up to range, and I will be able to nail you. Well, we traded fire. I have not engaged with all of my heavy weapons just about yet, but I'm about to. Are you on the right shield facing? There you are. Oh, that must have hurt. And we'll come around to the other plasma torpedo to really rub salt into the wound. Yeah, he came in with a full-on Federation firing pass, but I think we've dealt a pretty decent amount of damage to him. More speed, please. If I have to order a high energy turn, I will. Don't think I won't. You know what? We're just gonna do that because we have a PPD ready. Hopefully I'll be outside of range by the time this, can I cancel it? Well, too late. We're outside of range. Okay, there we go. PPDs, engage. Hovering right outside the range. Oh, he launched a Wild Weasel with that. Clever girl. We took a lot more damage than I anticipated because I tried to get clever. I tried to do to him what I did to that frigate. That was probably a bad plan. So let's get some engine repair going on here. We need a little bit of patchwork now. Let's make sure that we don't fall behind too much on that. So fix the engine. Some of the labs are currently missing something. I don't know what it is, but the scientists keep complaining to me. Do I want to send in Marines? Ooh, we could. We definitely could. But we wouldn't really get anything for it, would we? So what officers? We have a helmsman, we have a chief engineer. We do not have an operations officer. We don't have a second in command. We don't have a tactical officer. And... tactical operations, helmsman, engineer, second in command, doctor. We don't have a ship's doctor. We also do not have a ship's counselor. Yes, and we also need a chief science officer. How could I possibly... Oh, and communications, of course. Because this is, of course, still the TMP/TOS era. We require an explicit communications officer to help manage everything instead of just ramming that into tactical. Although, I forget who mentioned it. It might have been Lore Reloaded. Or it might have been Lore Reloaded reading a comment saying that one of the reasons why tactical was linked in... Or they may have a space dock. I can't remember, but one of the YouTubers, I think, mentioned that one of the reasons why tactical got fused with communications is because the Federation was so diplomatic that communications was considered to be one of their primary weapons. I thought that was a very poetic way of looking at it. And that would explain the T and G combination. We're going home for a little bit of repair. 140 worth of that. We're still topped off on shuttles. We didn't need any of those. Only used 3 repair parts on that, and we're just going to top off the Marines. Why? Because we have enough to do it. I'm going to quickly check the shipyard. See if we're looking at any XCAs just about yet. None currently in the fleet. Although, if I started looking somewhere around here, got a CVS. So, do we have... Is it just not the year yet for it? What year is it? I need to check that. We've got a whole bunch of tugs, but we don't... Oh, there they were. So the advanced heavy cruisers are available. They are equipped with 2 plasma S's, 4 PPDs, and a heck of a lot more power. So we're topped off. Do I want to take a mission here? It's a salvage mission, which means it's just run around an empty area and pick up stuff. No, we're good. We just spent the prestige to buy the stuff. Missions, planetary assault. Excellent. Let's blast this planet with everything we have. And off we go. Ooh, I love this one. I love this planet. I don't know why, but I love it. Mainly because it's, you know, this bright, snowy planet. It's being defended by a light cruiser. By the way, what planet are you? You are a PLPH-9, so this will be a heavily defended planet. It'll have 8 phaser 4s, 16? Yeah, 16 phaser 3s, and 8 photon torpedo launchers, in addition to its maximum shields. However, we get to cheat the AI because we have a PPD. Because the PPD doesn't just hit the target that you're facing, like I started to mention at one point, and then I think I got cut off. It also hits the shields on either side. So when we fire from a range of about 15, not only will we be slamming the front of the shield for, I think it's 5 damage. Let me quickly check here for the PPD table. Yeah, from 15 it's 5 damage, but that's 3 on the center and 1 on each side. And the AI does not reinforce the shields on either side of you, only the one that's facing you. Oh god, that's a heavy dreadnought. No, it's a guided dreadnought, not a heavy dreadnought. He doesn't have 4 nacelles. We're being escorted, of course, today by the USS Stephens, which is our own DNF. So this is a plasma-equipped dreadnought instead of the... I thought for a second this was a DNL. Have you had any random crashes since... Yes, I have. They happen on occasion. Normally on extra long recording sessions. The other things are it will almost always crash on MET-17. It will crash often in the late game if you're doing the anomaly mission. And I don't know if Epicenter crashes, but it's the most annoying mission of the game. So, aside from the anomaly mission. So if you avoid MET-17 and if you avoid the anomaly mission, you should be fine for the most part. But on occasion, it still will crash on you. It is an old game, but they've done an excellent job with it. So, a guided cruiser, you're additional photon torpedoes, or do you actually pack in a whole bunch more missiles? You're not a Merak you're definitely not a Merak type ship, but just trying to figure out what it is exactly I'm getting involved with. You're a war destroyer. Yeah, HCWXE. So he's an escort war destroyer. He has 1 or 2 fighters. Is it just the 1? No, it is 2. But he's actually managed to nail us quite accurately. I would like you to stop hitting me, please. Oh, that was a good hit. Nice job. Our DNF, of course, packing 6 photon torpedoes plus his additional plasma Fs. To be honest, I'm not sold on these plasma F torpedoes being on that ship. I mean, it's not an amazing thing, but it's not terrible. Oh god, I was hoping to see an Excelsior class, even a modified... Oh good, I was hoping to see an Excelsior class, even a modified one. We could check that out. We're about to come to... So after this planetary assault, I suppose I could do like 1 or 2 real quick skirmishes just to show off some models if you guys wanted. Because I can show off the Excelsior. I mean, it's there. Good, that'll be 8 hits. And that's what we do with that. And we're going to send a single pseudoplasma torpedo. Oh no, that... I'm sorry, Stephens. I made him do that. So if you guys want to, I can go and do a couple of skirmishes. Not for too long. Really, more than 2 hours is starting to become a bit of a... Not a problem, but it becomes difficult for me. Because I've got a couple of things. But if you guys want, I can probably show off a couple of ships in skirmish. So there is the Excelsior, there is the Reliant. All the battlecruisers look the same. There is the original series Enterprise. And there also is the motion picture era Enterprise. So yeah, let me know if you want to do it. Oh, you having a really bad day. I want to take out this war destroyer simply because he's a lot of extra firepower. And the guided dreadnought is packed. Okay, so it is basically the same thing, just... Who is it? Sort of. He's got 2 more missile launcher... Huh. So he has 2 more missile launchers in this one, and the same photon... Wow, I think the DNF is just better. We were too close to use the PPD, which kind of sucks. And then we got nailed by that. Okay. Please tell me you didn't actually break the PPD. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to turn on my transporters. Oh wow, he really nuked us with boarding parties. We're gonna pull on through. Nail him with a couple of plasma torpedoes. Can you get off me, please? So, there we go. Wow, we are losing all the rear shields. That was much more aggressive than I was anticipating. So I hope damage control was expecting a party. So we're going to fix the phasers first, because phasers don't take all that long. Then we'll start working on everything else. Because everything else does take so long. Hi, you're not going to get away from me. I'm going to continue to damage that rear. Didn't quite get through. More phasers, and more engine repair. So we're just going to keep this up and eventually knock him down. Are you going to deploy a wild weasel? I think he is. Really? Well, that's not a terrible plan, actually. I'm just going to sit here for a little bit, hide behind my gigantically strong shield for now. Oh, it's the Ivanov. No wonder we're getting our butts handed to us. For those of you who don't know the reference that is, go watch Babylon 5. Incoming missiles. Okay, set up our point defense tractors. Oh, this Phaser 3 had it more than ready. I'm always prepared when you wreck my reactors. Yup. Yep, and we just need to completely break everything. Hey, a plasma torpedo's ready. Let's engage with it. And keep the phasers going out. Oh, 45 damage on through. He's probably having a bad day. Keep fixing the engines. Gotta keep remembering that. Down to 3. Send in the Marines. Hey, it's one thing to go after a heavy cruiser. It's quite another to go after stealing a full dreadnought that is named the Ivanov. So we're just going to take a little bit of damage from this guy as we pull away, and we're going to let the Marines do their job of stealing me a dreadnought. Stephens, I would very much appreciate it if you stopped shooting the dreadnought. If we don't have a boom today, then there will be a boom tomorrow. That's always the possibility, but we will try not to. Although we finally made it into a heavy cruiser, so there is that going for us. And our forward shield is still full health. No, seriously, Stephens, stop shooting. I want this ship. It's mine. Ivanov, stop trying to kill yourself too with your own splashback damage. How's repair going? Phasers are working on it. Do I need this phaser? I did need that phaser. After that, I want a Phaser 3. Oh, we're going to reverse the importance on that then. And then the R-type plasma torpedo, and then the PPD. Mr. Garibaldi, you're sitting at my station using my equipment. Is there a reason for this, or do it? Or to just save time, should I just snap your hand off your wrist? Oh, Susan Ivanova was the coolest character in that. Such a badass. Marines, how you doing? Almost got it. Stevens, please stop killing him. Scatter pack! Uh-oh. I tried. Well, you have a point defense system anyway. What do you care? Alright, no more Marines. We're working on capturing the ship itself. Let's try and keep the bow on so we don't take too much damage here. Survive. Don't kill it! I want it! Stop! Please, no! My Marines almost have the ship. Go, Marines. It's worth it. I'm risking your lives on him firing one phaser. But if you capture it in time, then we'll have something really cool to have. Yes! We got it! Excellent. So if we have stolen our guided dreadnought, I'm pulling him out of formation. I don't want him going anywhere near this planet. Let's fix all the things and then get in on the planet and blow it up. Well, we're gonna save the planet, I suppose, from their own whatevers. So maximum speed of time while we fix everything. Transporters, of course, gotta be fixed. And you know what? As long as we're here, we're gonna fix the aft weapons. Look at how long this R-type plasma torpedo takes to fix. We are going at maximum speed. And this is how slow that progress bar is going. Yeah. So we're going to roll up on this planet and just blast it with everything we've got. Hopefully we have enough forward shield energy. Otherwise, we're going to have a really nasty day. We've got maximum electronic countermeasures. We've got a lot of shield power on the forward shield. And he still needs some time to actually get it. You're going to need some time. Well, do it faster. I need it in half the time that you're going to quote me. Yeah, that's what a dreadnought will do to a heavy cruiser, because that's what we are. Wait, advanced ISC star cruisers have yes, they do, apparently. This is the CCXP, so this is the flagship cruiser. And we have plasma torpedoes. R-type plasma torpedoes, no less. Maybe that was an X-type upgrade, or I'm not 100% sure on that. But welcome to the stream, Neutrino. Always nice to see more people dropping by. We are almost, actually, unfortunately, about to end, though. We're going to conquer this planet. And I'm going to take maybe 1 or 2 requests if you guys want to see a model in action in a skirmish. But other than that, we're about to wrap up. Dylan had some good quotes too. Yeah, so did Sheridan. Everybody had some good parts to them. Although, what's his name? Lanier? Lanier was just absolutely hysterical. Although, at the end of the day, it has to be Londo who was the best character in that whole thing. He was the most hilarious in my opinion. Alright, so we're going to park on here. And good, we have most of our heavy weapon systems ready to go. Shoot at me all you want. I'm gonna not care, really. The long-time fan series tried to season 1, but I missed all this. That's okay. We're gonna be streaming pretty much every single week, or every single day of the week. So we've started on Monday, and we continued on Tuesday, and we will hopefully continue this on Wednesday as well. We're gonna be streaming at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard pretty much every single day. Just trying to keep things going. You have really big phasers. Why are you not shooting anything? Londo was the deepest character. Yes, he was. He had the heaviest burden, although it was of his own making. Oh, this planet is just doomed. But yeah, so, yeah, Neutrino, we're going to be doing this pretty much every day for, well, all of the work week anyway. I'm not sure about Saturday and Sunday, but Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're going to be trying to stream every single day, at least for this week. We're going to see how it goes. And, yeah. So if you manage to catch us, we'll be doing it for about 2 hours at a time and having a good time with it. Jakar was possibly second to Londo? I don't know, maybe. I mean, Londo and Jakar had a lot of interactions with each other for obvious reasons. But I'm not quite sure if he was quite on that same level. Although he was very spiritual. He had a lot of wisdom to talk about, while at the same time also being incredibly passionate about things. He had a very interesting character dynamic. I liked it a lot. The Great Centauri Republic opened 5 till 5 with time. 9 till 5 even. Yes, we'd like you to, if at all possible, if you could invade on the weekdays between 9 to 5. So chat, fill out the paperwork and fill out this officer spots. We don't have a Patreon, we don't have any like super chats or anything, so there's no like special criteria. It's just for people who want to join in. Name what station you want, and we'll see if we can't fit you in. We already have a chief engineer and an helmsman, who have filled things out quite nicely so far. As we slowly encroach towards this planet, we've got them down to as low as they're going to go. We'll beam the Marines over and conquer the planet. 5, and go. I'll stop. Don't smash into the planet. That would be bad. Jakar's character change the most from the pilot to the end? Maybe. Maverin wants to be the gunnery officer. He wants to be weapons. Sure, we can fit that in. So that'll fill out 3 of the positions. Oh, but Neutrino also wants to be the weapons officer. The one that missed every... Oh, you want to be... Oh, way, way back. The Federation Photon Torpedo. Just every time we fired, he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. It was painful and hilarious at the same time. Oh, I enjoyed that season. 600... Wait, what? Why did we make so much on that one? Wow. Are you telling me seriously that capturing the Dreadnought was worth that much? We're going to have to do that more. Empire defense is down to 65. It's got to be a while. We need a counselor stat. My feelings. Alright, so that's actually where I'm probably going to... Well, we're going to wrap up this campaign. Not this campaign, but today's playing. Because I have streamed for about 2 hours. That was our plan when we set out. If you guys want, and if so, mention it in chat now. We could do a couple of checks of some of the models for that got improved in this, mainly the Excelsior, because I mentioned somebody wanted to see it. So I'm just gonna quickly come in here. We're gonna do this real quick. Not gonna fight anything big or scary. And heavy cruiser. Hey, it's already on the Excelsior. Can we get a BCX? Yes, we're gonna get a BCX because I'm aggressive like that and I'm on it. And we will go to not basic. We will fight a C7 because that just makes sense to me. Hopefully, we're not putting ourselves in way over our head. Give me a C7 cruiser. That should not be this hard. D7s, all the D7s. Where is my favorite C7 cruiser? D6s even. Is the D5 in the heavy cruiser? I thought that was a light cruiser. Look at how many ships the Klingons have. It's just absurd. CVTs, those are carriers. C7, there we go. So I want a C7X, not a C7VX. There we go. So we'll fight him. So BCEX versus a C7X. This ought to be the way to finish things off. Is the stream still going? Mine seems to be a bit busted. Just making sure. Okay. So starting position default, skill admiral, technology advanced era. Yeah, let's rock and roll. I'll say that I hope they release Starfleet Command 2 to Steam so that you can actually play it. Probably won't let me play it anyway. Have you tried using the hot and spicy patch? Because they included the high definition patch in there, which helped fix it on a lot of people's systems. Oh, and he starts off at a perfect angle so we can admire this beast. Oh, slow down speed time. Look at it. Just look at it. It's the Excelsior in all of her glory. She is the only battlecruiser to have this model. All the other battlecruisers got changed to the Kirov, but we still have a proper Excelsior, complete with proper nameplate. It's good now. I had to refresh. It has a small gap, but yeah, it's working. Okay, good. So yeah, we're just going to do a quick mission against a C7X in our BCEX, and may the best movie ship win, although the C7 is not a movie ship. Haven't tried it, never heard about that patch. Yeah, Neutrino, in the description, should be in the description, there is a mod link to the Hot and Spicy fan patch. And that includes a whole bunch of the things in order to make it working. So if you got the base game, you can put that in. It's relatively simple, and if you have any questions at all, the guys over at Hot and Spicy are definitely really good at figuring things out and helping fix any problems that you might have, and they can probably get your game working. So definitely go down, check out the link to the Hot and Spicy forums, download the patch from there, and if you have any problems, let them know, try and figure it out. And they will hopefully get you up and running. So he is currently running some ECM right now, so we need to counter that because we have photon torpedoes. So we're going to go up to 3-3. We're reinforcing the stern shield, which is excellent. And we have an aft-firing photon torpedo. So as soon as that... Well, that hits 0. So photon torpedoes. See, this is Excelsior's big thing, is that it has aft-firing photon torpedoes. So every single one of the battlecruisers has something special about them. So the Kirov class has 4 missile launchers. The New Jersey class has 6 photon torpedo launchers. The Bismarck has 2 plasma torpedo launchers. The BCV is just a carrier in battlecruiser form, which is kind of weird. We love it, but it's still kind of weird. Photon torpedoes down to proximity and fire. Wow, we are not being accurate at all. I think we're getting revenge from that guy who came back from Season 1 who can miss every single shot. So we're traveling at a speed of 31. We're actually able to charge some of our photon torpedoes doing that. Interesting. If I slow down a bit more, would you be able to charge more? On Steam, apparently, I helped 3,000 people that ever got Starfleet Command 1 on Steam to get it run on Windows 10, but for the life of me, I couldn't fix Orion Pirates. Yeah, try the patch, see if it works, because it's too awesome not to try and make work. And I'm positive you can get it working if anybody can. I'm considering buying Starfleet Command 1 on Steam just to support their efforts with Proton since I run Linux. Don't know much about that, if I'm honest, so I can't really comment. But yeah, I've thought about getting Starfleet Command 1, but then, honestly, I saw Captain Foley's stream of it, and I was like, a lot of this stuff doesn't appear to be working. So I'm not quite sure if I want to do anything on that. Oh wow, we are actually taking like all of our power to do this. Fire a photon torpedo. Missing again. We are at a defense shift of 0 and within a range of 20. We should probably just turn in on him. Let's try and do that. I wish I had a point defense system like most of the other battle cruisers do, but this is much more designed as a movie-era ship. So all photon torpedoes, set them to normal mode. All our forward ones are ready to go. Let's slow down a bit so we actually get some power. And let's reinforce that forward shield. If I can swing it in time. That'll be the interesting problem. Point defense system is already engaged. I'm actually going to go here. Phasers. Overload. Target. Photon torpedoes did not engage because I didn't have them selected, of course. Let's pull away. We took some damage, but he took more, which is always good. And we actually managed to keep our 2 shields up. Wow. Officer Borsteel, check your aim. You're missing everything. Well, he has to get dialed in. It's an Excelsior. There's a lot of automation on the ship that you got to get used to. Drop mine built with it. The main changes between Starfleet Command 1 and 2 is the system in which you travel and have no point defense or fighters besides phasers and hydrants. Otherwise, the game actually works great. Maybe, but I'm not commenting on mechanics. I'm commenting more because there's a couple of mechanics from Starfleet Command 1 that I really wish were in Starfleet Command 2. One being sort of the RPG system where your officers became better over time and you could like buy specific officers. I thought that was really cool, and I'm kind of disappointed that that went away. But the other one was the refit system, because in Starfleet Command 1 you didn't have to buy a brand new ship if a refit came out. You could just pay the difference of the price between the two in order to get your ship automatically upgraded to the refitted version. And the fact that that's not in the game is really disappointing, because that was such an awesome system. It allowed you to never fully feel like you were just falling behind if you wanted to stay in your favorite ship. Alright, so we don't need those tractors anymore. Let's come in. We don't really have much to come in with. So let's try and make this a little bit of a pass here. And weaken his shields as we come on through. He's weakening ours, but that's okay. Not as okay as I was hoping. Rear firing photon torpedoes should be ready shortly. Never had any issues with Starfleet Command 2 in Wine and Linux, but I had to straight back the Linux display driver to get 2563 patch to work in Linux. The 264 patch worked fine. Oh, like the legendary officers that increase tons of your ship's stats and chances? Yeah, like that. Because that was just cool. And you could get your own officers eventually up to that level. I mean, that was the fun part about it. Wonder why they dropped it? Like having a legendary weapons officer that increases photon torpedo accuracy. Yes, because that's fun. That's a lot of fun to have that capability. Defending point defense system, thank you. Okay, we are just getting mauled here. Let's pull distance. Let's start repairing. Because we really need some distance here. I need more speed. Unfortunately, we are a bit overgunned. Forward phaser and then side phaser. But we don't have a lot of repair parts. We got to keep that in mind. We'll come around our own mine. Our aft shields are down, but luckily we're now coming around. So we're good. We're fine. We're safe. I need to probably set the electronic countermeasures as the more important thing right now. They probably dropped it just because the refit system changed. They changed everything outside of the 3D game. So all the management stuff completely changed when they went for the different travel system and everything. Alright, this should be hopefully a good photon torpedo run because we really desperately need it. Really, he's totally screwing us with these missile launches. Because they completely mess with our ability to engage him with phasers, and he knows that. I mean, that's exactly why he's using them the way he is. Ow, that hurt. Any weapon engaged through that hole. Come on, photon torpedo, you were available. There we go. Nail him with a photon torpedo on his aft, right through that hole. I think we came out a lot worse for wear than him on that one. Missed with that one, but that's okay. I think we're about to hit our own mine. If we don't, it's going to be really close. Ha! We missed it. Good. Keep repairing that engine. We're down to 2 repair parts. And then he pelts you with disruptors and mines. Yup. That's exactly how Klingons work. That's everything that they do. To be fair, it's our own fault for kind of messing with him a bit too much. Like, we should have been a little bit different in the way we engage this guy, but I think we're probably going to lose. I think we're going to lose this one. I need a whole nother turn to charge my photon torpedoes, and he's coming in for another pass. He's clever. Well, the AI is pretty clever, because he knows that the most powerful thing that I have at my disposal is my favorite phaser barrage. Like, I can bring a lot of phasers to the table. Which, by the way, I realize that I have not been using the right hardpoints. It's very buggy, but Proton is a Steam translation layer. We install and run Windows games in Steam and Linux with one click. Oh, cool. Give them range 5. Everything you got. I needed a lot more to happen than that. I think it's time to make tracks. Oh, but it's going to be difficult to do that. We have no shields, so green alert. Exceeding all the power. All the power that you've got. And we're right by the edge, so we might be able to hide out behind this mine. So we get to observe the Excelsior's beautiful damage model. C7 and Excelsior may not have been the most fair fight. But I was trying to mess around with that half-photon torpedo launcher. I don't like that half-photon torpedo launcher. I think it makes way more sense being forward-mounted, like in the Jersey class. But hey, if they want to run it that way, they can do it. So we're going to zip on out of here. Whew. C7s are nasty. I love them. They're probably my favorite Klingon ship. They're just so powerful, and they look so good. And they have also just completely spanked us. So, transwarp! Engage! Alrighty. So I think we're going to end the stream here. We've been streaming for over 2 hours, and 2 hours is the goal that we have. We're going to be continuing this pretty much every single day this week. We're trying to make sure that we are out here and doing stuff all the time for the next week. So tomorrow we're going to be on same time, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard. If you don't know what your local equivalent is, well, take the current time and subtract 2 hours and 16 minutes, and that'll be when we'll be starting. It was great to see you all. We've seen even more people than we normally do, which is really nice. Yeah. So I'm going to, again, set up the reminder so it'll be up. So if you see that, just click the set reminder button. YouTube should send you a message about it. And yeah, if you're brand new to the channel, this is the main game we play. It's called Starfleet Command, and it is awesome. It is hands down the best Starship combat game that I've ever played. To be fair, I haven't played Deadlock, but I've watched Deadlock, and I think this is much better. This is a translation of Starfleet Battles, which was a tabletop game from the 80s, into a computer, and it's amazing. And I highly suggest you check it out. You can get the base game, I believe, at Dynaverse, and there may be a couple of other places. Googling it should help you find it. And then in the description down below, this current video, there is a link to the mod that we use that helps fix it and make the game work on modern systems. So again, if you're brand new to the channel, welcome. I hope you stick around. I hope you have a good time. We play this and also a game called Battletech. So the 2 games we play on this channel are computer translations of 1980s tabletop games. So that should give you a bit of an idea of how we do things. And yeah, so I'm going to sign off now. I've been Tirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see the notifications every time we release videos like these, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment of what you thought of the stream and what you would like to see in the future. And maybe if you want to get one of those bridge command slots. And I will see you all in the next episode.